Alright, what is up everybody? It's Lids, and we are back for some more Pyre Community RITE Night, which means, of course, some good old-fashioned multiplayer Pyre, featuring first and foremost the members of the RITE Club Discord server, the place for all things multiplayer Pyre. If you have not yet joined said group, of course, that is the place to be for all things multiplayer Pyre. You can join said group by clicking on that link right there. But those of you hanging out in chat, you are not off the hook. No. Because you see that red circle with the white L below chat. You click on that, you will see all the various requests that you can make today, including things ranging from selecting players' exiles, masteries, talismans, songs, arenas, even Titan stars are all fair game. So, without further ado, let's hop into versus mode here, and let's get things started. Let me jump into said Discord group as well, and let me know, chat, if there's anything you'd like to see for this first one, and let me know if there is anyone who would like to jump in and be the first ones to get things started today. Anora's good to go? Alright, let's get Anora in that case. I swear, this one time I tried to be proactive and start up Steam Friends. I mean, it takes like 2 seconds to do it, but then it just isn't there. The one time. Anyways, invite sent. Core as well. Okay, awesome. How's it going, Core? Let's get you into... Right, invite sent to Core as well. Oh, okay, let's see. One moment, I do see that we have one request, at least one request, primed and ready to go, but if you'll excuse me for just a second here. There we go. Yep. Okay. Let's see, so, Core and Anora here should be able to get you both in, either player 1, player 2, since Anora will be on mouse keyboard, so that shouldn't matter much. Let's see, so Core, will it be Fire Hearts for you today?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. And Night Wings for you, Anora? What? Wait, what? Oh, sorry, I just saw someone spamming stuff in chat. I think they got banned for that. Yeah, that makes sense, right? We'll just reset ourselves to our defaults here. Oh, I did not mean to start that up, but hold on. Let's head back. That was not intended, but... We do have a forecast request, I am afraid, and for those of you wondering what that was all about, well, there may or may not have been a thing last week. Amanda's like, you know what? I understand. I understand now. That is fair. I just had to send a message, you know? Just had to send a message. It did not go unnoticed. Let's see. Well, I suppose we can get it started up. But for those of you who were not tuning in last week, well, tell you what, Amanda, care to explain what happened last week? Would you like to describe what went down last time round? How's it going, Box of Oko? How are you? Names aren't on street? Yeah. Let's see, I have not entered them in just yet. I was busy just getting rid of a, you know, a spam bot in chat. So, think we've sorted all that stuff out now, thankfully. Think all that has been resolved. Also, what? Oh, Anora, did you want to go Tempers? And then I proceed to start typing in Tempers rather than Nor's name. Okay, gotcha. Oh, right, this is the matchup we had seen previously where it starts to get a little tricky to see the different colors. Firehearts and Nightwings. That makes sense. For some reason, someone requested Forecast 30 times last week. It was really weird. Don't know how exactly it happened, but that same person may or may not have requested Forecast immediately as soon as this stream started. Lucky coincidence for you, Nor. All right. Works out in that case. I think, Nor, we should be fine for the controls. Let's just do a quick double check. Looks good. Oh, and is Remote Play actually immediately giving you controls? What? Excuse me? Remote Play is actually working today? It's gonna be a good day. Knock on wood. It's a good sign. Alright, so we have the song. We have the song. Do we have anything else we'd like to see for this first matchup between Anor and Core? Why not vote? Okay, I like it. I got this little message on Twitch for when I banned Amanda, and it was like, by the way, this person that you banned had a request. Like, yes, you know, perhaps that is why. Perhaps that is not a coincidence. Alright, well, let's see. We've got the boat, we've got the song. How about we get things started then for our first ride of the night?
Welcome, exiles.
Welcome!
You heed the summons to the Hulk of Horus. Here you shall be tested by your adversary. Let us see which one of you is more deserving. Tempers, stand ready. Firehearts, stand ready.
Oh, screen is frozen. Hold on just a second.
Now we shall get started.
Give me just a minute here, Nor. Let's see. Before you choose stuffs, that is correct. Should be a quick fix here. Watch out. What is that, Lids? Oh my goodness. Don't worry. Don't worry, it's back. Should be good now. Let's see. On my end, it looks like it's fine now. Let me know, chat, if you can see. My immersion! No! It's been ruined. Okay, and of course, we are on the boat, which does mean there's some serious demon potential to maximize the black magic of the boat. Nor seems to be embracing it. I believe she went with a Brazen Manor 50% Leech Ignarius, which means you can, assuming you have Pyre Life to leech back, have a net 30-point play, or rather net 60-point play, 40 damage on the plunge and 20 healing from the Talisman. Core goes a similar route, goes for the extra damage, but does not go the leech. And double demon for an ore. Will Core oblige, or will Core opt to mix things up a little bit here? Goes Titan Tooth with a harp. I don't know, chat. What do we forecast? It's a third demon for an ore. It's raining demons indeed. At least on Anor's side. For a second there, it looked like Core might follow suit, but now maybe looking at just a single demon on Core's team. And rather than going with the leech on that demon, he instead opts to do it with his Crone. So here we go. Nor banishes one with Ignarius. Then Ignarius goes down. Here's Core's Ignarius. Makes it in and has that Cur Fang for the 8 extra damage, so it's 38 on that plunge. Core quick to the orb there, but has Titan Tooth, so stuns Anor, setting up a double banishment, creating space for Core to jump in with his Crone. Core back with the Harp. She's banished. Anor, oh, nearly with the extra boost on the jump straight into the Pyre, but little sidestep. Anor finishes the job for 30 damage on that plunge. Core back at it with the Harp, switches into his Demon for extra damage on that plunge with Ignarius. It's 38. And that means Ignarius is gone for this round, but his Crone, Gertrude, is capable of scoring 30 in one round. So Core is in range here, but it's Anor on the attack. The Titan Tooth stuns Anor, giving Core some time, then moves in with that Crone and plunges for the win.
Good game.
GG. Alright, let's head on back. And chat, let us know if there's anything you want to see for the next one. Oh, okay. Thank goodness, a different song. Alright, let's see. Well, I suppose we'll keep this music off in-game in order to get... Oh no, this will be in-game music, I take it back. And let's turn off forecast. No more oh. Oh, right. Hold on. Different nomenclature. There we go. For a minute there, I thought the Tariq bot was never going to leave us. We're good. Tariq bot is not rebelling anymore. Oh, what is this? It's the Isle of Kalamer. But perhaps more interestingly, a request. Tariq needs to be put in a timeout. A request from Box Voco says only saps may have talismans. Then Anor adds certain plan to the queue after that. Okay. Just remind me for the next one, Anor. Alright. Only saps may have talismans. Now, does that mean... I suppose you could go an entire team without saps and just take no talismans. That's a pretty big handicap. But then again, how many saps do you want? One is certainly doable, but whenever you go multiple saps, that starts to get a little tricky. Amanda, you trying to sneak that one in without a request? Amanda?
What do you mean, Anor?
There we go, okay. Amanda's all set. Yeah, I think Core and Anor, you guys can... I don't think you need to do the same thing. You know, if Anor wanted to go double sap with 2 talismans and Core wanted to go 0, I think that's allowed.
I was planning to go 1 or 2. Definitely not 3, though.
Secretly, this was just Anor's strat to get Core to admit what he was planning to do. And now Anor has that advantage. Yeah, the one thing is that if we do go triple saps, then of course we need to make sure that some of those saps are not able to create saplings, otherwise the game will crash.
If you really want to go triple, I'll just go 1, that's fine. But I think I was going to go 1 or 2. Okay.
Alright, Anor says she will not take triple. Let's turn sermon intro off and let's get going.
The
Yeah, so one of them would need to be a cursed talisman in that case if we were to go
Who shall
3
do the
saps anyway, so maybe that's enough to dissuade people from going the triple sap route. So Nor goes talismanless in the first spot by choosing a harp. Did take the harp salute, allowing her to switch places with her closest ally, so keep an eye out for someone that Nor may want to teleport across the arena. Most probably a less mobile character. Then Core goes with a quick throwing Manly. What's up, Dubious? How's it going? Duffy. Duffy's Dubious? We had this conversation last time, and I forget what the answer was. Okay, and that doesn't come as much of a surprise. At some points, it was inevitable that Honor was going to go Nutrition Stick on Volfred. Duffius, yeah. I was like, I'm pretty sure, on second thought, that it was Duffius. Remember, no talisman if you do go without a sap. So you can use Gilman, but you'll need to go talismanless. That is the tough decision that the players need to make. Is it worth going that route now? Core opting for a different worm in this case, perhaps with no talisman. Figures the mastery setup might need to be a little bit different. We had just one thus far. It was well, we thought it was going to be all demons on the boat. Honor did go triple demon. Core just went with one, and then went with a Titan Tooth harp, stunning a lot of Honor's characters, and set up some really interesting counterplays there, while Honor was stunned for quick scores. Now, Honor goes with the Stowaway, and so actually just one sap from Honor. A little bit surprised there. We saw the Nutrition Stick Volfred, but she thought that maybe she would go for at least one other sap as well. I mean, she said she wasn't going to go triple. And Core also going with the sap here. So here we go. That's Core locking down the orb with the sapling. Remember, he has that quick throw with Manly. And saps do have very good throwing range. He's just trying to get a little bit closer in. Pull that off. And there it is. It's dangerous. 25 damage there. Or tries to set it up again, but Honor was first to the orb. Oh, and some black magic jumps from the Stowaway. Nearly gets her into the Pyre, but not quite. Or once again with the orb, but goes down this time. Honor gets it back, and now she's the one moving into the safety of the sapling with her sap. Stowaway's blocked, though. Gets rid of one defender, has it back, and oh, well, Core may have thrown it in, but Honor has Nutrition Stick, so you know she's going to plunge straight in with Volfred. Does mean he's out for this round, though, because of course no prayer beads. So Honor at a bit of a disadvantage in that way, at least for this round. Ametha. Yeah, that... You getting lag there, Honor, or that didn't look right? I can uninvite you and reinvite you if you'd like.
I'm getting a bunch of lag too as well.
Okay. Yeah, someone just disconnected. I'm guessing that was probably Honor. Yeah, that was Honor. Why don't I'll uninvite and reinvite both of you. May just be that...
Well, I'm fine. I'm fine.
You are fine? Okay.
Once you left, I was fine, so...
Okay, let's try to get Honor back here. Okay. Invite resent. I really like, this might be one of the only times we've heard the alternate Never to Return versions while we're on the pause menu. You can still hear the lyrics a bit, you know, it's muted. Usually it's not the biggest deal for, you know, the usual soundtrack songs, but for Never to Return, it just hits a little different. Ooh, Steam isn't letting you connect. That does not sound good. Yeah, I don't know, Honor, do you want to try restarting Steam? Sounds like that might be worth doing. I don't know, it seems like it could be acting up a little bit. In the meantime, we do have a request from Duffius, at least for the next Rite. We'll turn Customize off, so that'll of course be fun. See, I think we had song requests ready to go for the next one, right? But I don't think we had anything else. So I think Customize off is fine. I don't think that conflicts with anything. Yeah, so let me know, Nor, if you would, I mean, I suppose I can resend you the invite now, but if you are in the process of restarting Steam, then perhaps now is not the best time to do so, but let me just, I'll cancel the existing invite and resend a new one. Wait, hold on. Categorize? Can I categorize people who I play Pyre with and make it easier to find them when I'm sending them remote play invites? Oh my goodness, mind blown. Why haven't I done this already?
I have like 6 different groups of places.
Twitch is sending your messages, Honor. Yes. So... okay. Good. Yeah, so hopefully it's not some, you know, larger scale internet issue that would make things just completely impossible. Doesn't look like it, because yeah. Twitch messages definitely still going through. And you're back in. Okay, great. So in that case, why don't I give you guys a countdown here? I'll go 3, 2, 1, go. And on go, I'll hit resume. 3, 2, 1, go. It's Core on the attack, and that is a quick throw from his manly. Not full damage there. 20 rather than 25. Ooh, Honor very quick to get the orb there when Core had started to set up a sapling to block that. Bullfred down. Honor on the attack with her harp and does make it in for 20. Now remember, no talismans for the non-saps. That means definitely no prayer beads for Pamitha, so she's out for this round. And that is one of the key advantages to Core as he continues to throw it in, is because Core is scoring via throw, whereas Honor thus far has been scoring via plunging. Core has somewhat consistently had a bit of a numbers advantage. So this time Honor does go the throwing route and gets this one off for 19 and will be still at full strength this time round. We'll see if that puts Honor in a stronger position here. And the Savages collide, and Honor's the one who ends up with it. She plunges here for 20, so she will lose the stowaway, but that drops Core down to 16 Pyre life. Of course, both players using saps means we are likely to see some second life bars here from the rekindling. Honor usually takes 10. As for Core, though, I don't recall what he went for, but we may be about to find out. Not this time. Honor currently defenseless, as we were saying, after having lost the stowaway for this round, means this type of situation more likely to happen. And now Honor is down to 8 Pyre life, means just about any score from Core would likely trigger that rekindling. But Honor is back to full strength. So a series of banishments leaves just Pamitha at the moment. Honor biding some time, gets the stowaway back. Oh, but a well-placed sapling from Core. Keeping Honor on the back foot here. Honor able to chase down Manly. Now it's Wolfred. Nor debating where to attack from. Instead, opts to use the stowaway. And the black magic jumps again, but around the Pyre, not into it. Oh, and Core ever so close to getting that 8 damage he needs to trigger the rekindling, but not this time. Nor once again successful defensively. Ooh, and an opportunity here for Nor, but Numbing Gust will slow her down. And that would suggest that Core went all the way down on the left side, meaning that he only has 10 rekindling here. So next score from Nor would be enough in almost any situation. Whereas at this point, Core would need 2. No one to stop him here, though. Switches up the angle. There's the 10 rekindling, and oh boy. It is anybody's game, and next score will likely take it. Will it be an Nor? On the attack here with a stowaway, but she's blocked. Now Core's chance. Speeding ahead with Gilman. Gonna get in range with the throw. The throw is unblockable. Oh, but it's just short. Nor gets it back. Trying to line things up for the long-distance plunge with Wolfred, but he's banished. As is the stowaway. That leaves just Pamantha. Trying to find a way around these defenders, at least get enough time to get some reinforcements here. Stowaway has returned, as has Wolfred. Here is the stowaway. Now to Pamantha. She's blocked. Core's defender goes down, and that sets up the winning score.
Good game.
GG.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
Alright, well played, you two. Let's head back.
Until the next rite.
Okay, so we had several things here. We had a song request from a Nor. We had turn customize off as well. Remind me what your song was going to be, Nor. I remember it was a Tariqbot one. I think it was a Tariqbot one. Sorry, oh, do we have certain plan built? I mean, it's a Pyre song, yes, but do we have that one built in? I'm actually not sure if we do. We do. Okay, cool. Sadly, yeah, obviously I left the music on. We're hearing music right now. Okay, great. Yeah, we'll reset the arena. Customize off. Was there anything else I'm forgetting here, or was that all? Yeah, that looks like all. It's just that I think Amanda has another song in the request after this. That's probably what I'm thinking of. Okay, so in that case, I mean, customize turned off, of course, covers a lot of things because that means we will get random exiles, masteries, and talismans. We won't even see the squad selection screen at the beginning of the match, and so that means we're just going to get thrown straight in, and it's going to be a bit of a guessing game to figure out what people have, and so we will see what we end up with here. Okay, for Nor it is a demon, a sap, and a crone. For Core it is 2 worms and a savage, Gareth. Right Wisp on a Nor's crone will mean she will automatically pass the orb whenever that crone goes down. Somebody is creating those moon drops whenever they banish people. Oh, okay, everyone banished. It looks like a Nor has Numbing Gust on her sap. Either that or a Typhoon Bottle. I didn't catch the name of the skill as it was going by, but I assume, given how she has a sap, that it's Numbing Gust. And meanwhile, Lenore throws this one in for 28 with her crone. That is, of course, the key mastery that Lenore likes to take with her saps. Everyone on Core side was going to be banished, but with those double worms, it is hard to get rid of them all. After Valiant Return after Valiant Return, it is a bit of Infiniworms. Yeah, there it is. Numbing Gust, confirmed. Okay. Now, however, worms are the fastest non-sprinters, so if there is such a thing as a counter to Numbing Gust, Core has it here with 2 worms, so we'll see how that matchup plays out.
A bit of a blunder.
Ignarius, or Nor. That is one downside a Nor has, especially when she does not have her Crone back, is she's comparatively much slower than Core and his worms, but does find a way to make it into the Pyre there with Ignarius. And her Crone. That is a quick 60 damage across those two plunges, dropping Core down to just 12 Pyre life. Oh, except it's not over yet, because Core has some leech. Now at 18 Pyre life, that is not enough to make a huge difference. He would love to get just a little more Pyre life back first, because at this stage, one score could still be all that Anor needs here. Numbing Gust reactivates as everyone on Anor's side is banished. Ignarius. Anor checking for Brazen Manor. Don't know if she had time to verify one way or the other. I mean, then again, she doesn't need it here. All she needs is 18 damage, and Brazen Manor would be overkill. Stowaway on the run, but Core comes back with the Valiant Return Worm, and I think threw that one in, but then got knocked back so far away from the Pyre, it was a little odd. And did get Leech from that, so now Core up to 26, probably still not significant enough. With that 26 Pyre life for it to be a difference maker here, Core needs a little bit more back because Anor can score for 30 if she gets in with Ignarius here. And she does.
On the demon. Unfortunate.
That was a Titan Tooth Demon? Oh, that is tough, yeah.
I also had false step too.
I was, as soon as I saw the Cairn of Aub, I was like, oh man, what are the chances that Core or Anor ends up getting the Typhoon Bottle, the Bottled Void stuff going, just from pure luck.
Until the stars align.
Alright, well, we'll turn Customize back on here, unless, of course, you guys would like to bring it back, in which case, let us know. Then, the only thing, yeah, Fairy Spirit was on the Sap? Okay. Yeah, and Anor had the Numbing Gust. As I said, Core kind of had a counter to that with the Worms, or at least the closest thing you can get to a counter. But it is still, of course, a strong skill, no matter what. And Amanda, what was your song request? Let me double check. Old Friends. Oh, that one, for some reason, strangely enough, we just don't get that one requested very often. That's up there for me. That's one of the classics. I mean, it's like, when you think, for me, I guess when I think Transistor, that's probably the first song that comes to mind. I suppose that's not a coincidence because it's the first song that you hear, but let's see. Let's turn off the in-game music here. Let me resummon TariqBot. Oh, TariqBot, could you please play Old Friends from the Transistor soundtrack? There we go. No, not yet. Not yet. Though perhaps it is starting to carve its way into that position. So we have the song. Is there anything else we'd like for this one? Or is everyone just bopping to the tunes right now? Because I am. Alright, admittedly, I'm a little distracted right now. I'm dancing it up, but you know, let's get started. Oh, and it's the Fall of Solium as well.
The Pyre Hearts. Welcome.
Yeah, for some reason we just don't tend to get Old Friends as a song request from Transistor. I mean, I would have thought it'd be one of the ones that would get requested the most. To me, it's one of the most prominent ones. I mean, obviously, the ones that have the lyrics tend to always be at the top of those lists, but beyond those, I would think Old Friends might come next. And for whatever reason, it feels like we haven't seen as many of the powercasting nomads as of late. Something that once upon a time was, for a while, was maybe not absolute top tier, but certainly very common. And so both players going that route here. Then it's a speedy Jody. Then it's a Prayer Beads Bertrude, so Core looking to plunge with that Bertrude. Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite songs from Transistor as well. I mean, Transistor on the whole, I think, is probably my favorite soundtrack of all the Supergiant games, but obviously, all of them are great. An Exploding Cur. Not something you see very often, although I thought we saw someone do it once somewhat recently. Might even have been an ore. Ooh, then Core going with the right light for the extra rekindling on Volfred there. There are the huge Nomad power casts. Snadra wins out that time, though. Meanwhile, Snadra goes ninja mode and nearly avoids banishment about 10 times, but she does eventually go down. Here comes the speedy Jody. She's banished. The exploding Rookie, well, explodes. Snadra. She's banished. Meanwhile, Core goes the other way with his Crone for a 30 damage plunge. And I do believe Core, yep, took Prayer Beads on that Crone, so that was all according to plan for him. She is back. Makes the banishment here as well. Gets rid of the Cur, but can't get past Jody. Here is Jody. Knocks back the defenders, and plunges for 30. Now, she had Tailwind Crest, I believe, so that means she'll be out for this round. Once again, the Nomads trading power casts. 4 of those speeds passed with his Crone here. That throw is unblockable. Core cuts it a little bit short just to make sure that he gets it off before that Crone gets banished, but does mean that now Bertrude will stay in here for this round. Then again, she had Prayer Bead, so could have plunged if he wanted to, and does so here. That's the full 30 in that case. And Snadra wins out the casting duel this time and just plows through the exploding Cur and also Jody. It just keeps coming back and exploding.
It's not exploding on me though, it's exploding on my allies.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
It's taking people out who are on the other side of the arena?
Yeah.
I did not notice that.
That's the second time.
It looked like it was just running into Snadra, and I was assuming that Snadra's ore was big enough that it just was an unsuccessful explosion. I'll have to keep a closer eye out for that. Bertrude, trying to get past this wall of defenders, goes for the quick unblockable throw, and it's for 14 here. That drops an ore down to 35, which is still not enough for Core. With 1 score, it will need to be at least 2. Edwin down. That time Snadra did go down to the explosion. Jody, trying to cause some trouble, gets the ore back. Still on the attack here, or at least making life difficult for Core, but Core gets it back, gets rid of Headwind, but just Snadra at the moment for Core. And Snadra plunges and has the leech. So it's 20 damage, and Core will get some Pyre life back. And now Core likely would just need one more score. There's the exploding Kerr, and on that occasion gets rid of the last of Kor's defenders, giving a little bit of time for Chody, but not enough to avoid Bertrude. She returns with the orb, and speeds past. The throw is unblockable. Oh, but it's wide, except Kor speeds in to pick it back up, and plunges for the win.
Good game.
They overwhelmed their adversaries utterly.
So Kor, the Anor's explosive rookie, ran into Snadra, exploded, but Snadra did not get banished. Someone else farther away in your team got banished instead? Is that what was happening?
Yeah.
That is weird. Anor, have you seen that before? Did you realize that was happening? I did not.
I think I've seen something like it before, but I just don't know why it happens.
Yeah.
It's like random.
Was that intended? Was that just a strange coincidence? Oh, Anor knew it exists! It was all part of the plan. It's not random, but it wasn't intended. I don't know. That is strange. Seems like this requires some additional research. We'll have to test this out. Alright, well, Anor says about 3 more for her. Just forgot that it targets. Oh! What?
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I didn't know.
So, if Rookie, for example, is running into Snadra, but your cursor is on top of, say, Kor's Bertrude, and Bertrude is actually the one that gets exploded? Okay, I see. Uh-oh, I don't like where this is going, Amanda.
Bug-free game, by the way.
Bug-free game. What are you talking about? That's a feature. Amanda. See, the thing is... Alright, we'll let it slide this time. May or may not have been testing the limits there a bit. But alright. Alright, we'll let it go. Alright, so it will be... this again. And then Titan Star says, Aqua, how's it going, Aqua? How are you? Burn all the Titan Stars on, Aqua says. So that will punish Anor. I love you too. Aqua is forecasting some Titan Stars, it seems. No worries, thanks for stopping by, good to see you. It is forecast time, apparently. Alright, anything else we'd like for this one? We've got all the Titan Stars. We have the song. Exactly. Today's forecast is pain. At least for Anor. Alright, seems like that may be all. So let's get going. The Titan Stars. So, see, the thing is, Aqua says all of them. And so just as a reminder, for those who are not familiar with what all the Titan Stars do, so that includes things like if everyone on Kor's team gets banished, they all come back. So Anor cannot banish everyone, otherwise it's going to backfire on her. Then things including raising all of Kor's stats by 8. Kor deals an additional 5 damage anytime he scores. Kor starts with 30 extra Pyre life. Kor has 50% extra stamina. Anor starts with 30 less starting Pyre life. Kor recovers 5 Pyre life anytime he scores. More stats. Basically built-in prayer beads for core, and
The
an extra
screen
brain
is
cell.
stuck, by the way.
What's that?
The screen is stuck.
Oh, it's stuck again? Wow. Weird. It's weird. Oh, well, do the flip again? There we go. So, well, I've told you verbally what all the Titan stars do. Oh, and then also, when Core has the orb, he will maintain an aura, which will gradually shrink, which is the same effect as one of the cursed talismans, rather than just immediately going away. Yeah, there we go. It's looking fine on my side now. Does it look good on your end, chat? Should be seeing the Titan stars at this stage. Whatcha? Okay, in that case, let's get things started. Oh, and I hear the boat. I hear the boat. A random boat. All Titan stars against Anor, so Anor is going to face a bit of a challenge here for this one. We'll see how she chooses to adapt to it. Wonderful. Just wonderful. So, of course, we have already seen these two face off on the boat previously. On that occasion, Anor went for triple demon. Oh, Core just go 0 mastery, 0 talismans? A show of solidarity, perhaps? Or with voluntarily... They're buffed from all the Titan stars, so Core gets extra 8 to basically every stat for all of his characters. And it seems as though Core is deliberately not taking any masteries and not taking any talismans to sort of balance that out. I didn't think that was part of the request, but Core taking it upon himself to do that. But yeah, it is...
Not having double dash.
Yeah, that does hurt. So when we went on the boat previously, Anor went triple demon, Core just went with a single demon. Now it's Core who's going triple demon, and Anor, did she go triple sap? She did. Alright, well here we go. Again, Core has all Titan stars active, which gives him a ton of additional stats. It also means, as you're seeing here, when he picks up the orb, he maintains his aura. It will slowly shrink over time.
I have double stamina. That's why I can double dash. Really
Oh yes, that's true. That's another thing. He has built-in prayer beads, tons of benefits, as Anor nearly makes it in there with one of her saps. Just sets up a wall of saplings. Core, of course, has the jumping ability, the enhanced jumping ability of the demons on the boat, but Anor will be trying to lock down her Pyre. And just need to be very deliberate, very careful about when she makes her offensive pushes. Here's Manly. Reeds. We're starting to close in, though. Now Anor making a move. Or thinking about making a move. Now pushing forward with Manly. But he's banished. Notably, one of those 3 demons that Core took was Oralek. And normally, there's a pretty significant downside to him, what with his 1 hope, but with the additional stats, it means Oralek has 9 hope, which is not nearly as bad. And Core able to plunge here for 30 with one of those demons. Remember, Anor starts with 30 less Pyre life with all the Titan stars active. That means she's already down to just 40. But what with all of her sap, she should have some rekindling. Hako's just trying to cause problems. With a little more thought, might have decided to specifically request what Core was doing, but Core took it upon himself. It's a voluntary nerf. Nor seems to be keen on making her offensive moves with Manly in particular. Don't recall what talisman she took on him, though, but presumably that is the reason why. Oh, and that is the last of Anor's saplings. rather saps, and so that triggers Numbing Gust, at least momentarily. Kor nearly makes it in there, but Anor able to block. Yeah, it's a lot of additional hope for the usual demons, and even for Orlek. Having 1 hope boosted all the way up to 9 is a very big deal. There's a throw from Anor, cut ever so slightly short for 24 rather than the full 25. But yeah, the stats, all of the stats, other than Glory, have diminishing returns, so that means at low levels, 1 additional point's worth a lot. Now Anor plunging in for 25. That time with Volfred, presumably using that nutrition stick for the extra mobility. But yeah, like, the additional hope for Orlek will, I believe, more than cut his respawn time in half. And, ooh, 35 damage here on that plunge for Kor. And remember, he has built-in prayer beads because of the Titan Star, so all of his exiles come back after getting a plunge. Here comes Anor. Volfred. Trying to blink in with Nutrition Stick, but not this time. Narius. Cornered, and so opts to throw instead, but doesn't have time. Whoa! That demon went flying. As did that one. Kor getting some serious ups. The extra quickness perhaps doing him some favors there. Almas. Waiting for his friends to return. Here they are. Manly, on the move. Just Orlek back to defend. But Ignarius returns, and here he is. And down he goes. Orlek. He's banished as well. Now, Kor can actually deliberately, when he has just 1 character back, run into those saplings, because if everyone gets banished on his team, then Shaq's 6 shoulders, oh, there we go, will automatically bring back all of his teammates. Orlek. He's banished. Manly. Well shielded there. Now it's just Palmas. So once again, Anor perhaps waiting to get other saps back. Here's Volfred. Shields off the defender. Anor in a very attacking position here. No saps back by her Pyre, notably. But it does pay off. Gets the 25 damage throw. Well-placed sapling. Locking down the orb. Kor unable to get the orb. So Nor playing patiently here, although Kor does manage to get it now. And with Nor down to 5 Pyre life means that pretty much any score would trigger the rekindling. Oh, but look at that quick sap throw there. 23 from Nor. She is whittling away at Kor's Pyre life. And of course, a Nor with 3 saps likely has significant, or could have significant rekindling, whereas 4 with the demons was likely more so, or I would have said, loading up on the starting Pyre life, but then again we saw Kor going with 0 masteries and 0 talismans, so he definitely does not have any rekindling. Oh, an opportunity here for Nor. Look at this. No one back to stop her. So time to throw this one in for 23. That drops Kor down to 15 Pyre life, which means Anor may only need 1 more score here, whereas I believe if Kor is to score, we will still see a 2nd life bar from Anor's rekindling. Hanley and Volfred back and forth. Oh, Volfred with an opening here. And there it is.
Good game.
GG. So an interesting matchup. On one side, all the Titan Stars activated against Anor. On the other side, 4 opts, no talismans and no masteries. And the Titan Stars activated against them team is the one that wins. Alright, now 2 masteries is the request from Aqua this time. Yeah, and bear in mind, that was, again, a voluntary self-nerf from Core. So, that was not requested. Core did it out of honor. Oh no. Oh no. Aqua, were you here last week? Did you see what happened last week? Or is this just a coincidence? No? Alright, we'll let it slide. Do you now? Do you now? We may or may not have temporarily banned the person who requested forecast 30 times last week. I just say for context. I just say for context that there is a little more weight to that forecast request than there might normally be. You know? It may seem like just a simple song request to you, but it holds a little more power than you might realize. Bring out your Gilman rages, it's true. It's true. Alright, well, it's 2 masteries for this one. Anything else we'd like to see? We have the song. It is forecast. Okay, and Embarrack does request a different song. So we will not have non-stop forecasts this time round. Okay, but at least for this upcoming rite, not seeing anything else at the moment, so why don't we get this one started then? So again, just 2 masteries. Ooh, an impossible after that. Okay. So it's the spring. Also, there is a non-zero chance that Core's exiles here are going to get nerfed into oblivion for the post-Titan Stars after effects, but the post-Titan Stars hangover, but we will see. Yes, they are. Okay, hold on. So if you see the stats we were talking about previously, last right, Core was extremely high on the stats because he had all the Titan Stars buffing him. If you turn Titan Stars off and then start the next match, then the character that was getting buffed, or the player that was getting buffed from those Titan Stars, will then get the exact opposite effect for the next match. And so, in order to not have Core with -2 quickness on Volfred impaired, then we do need to restart this, right? So, let's see. Might technically need to exit versus mode? Let's do that real quick, just so that Core does not suffer so much. Okay, now we should be fine. Don't worry, Core. Don't worry, Core. Once upon a time, we used to see a lot more Titan Stars, so that tended to pop up more often, and there was one occasion on which, usually it just does -8 for all the stats, basically doing an exact opposite effect of what you would get from activating Titan Stars, but on one occasion, we had it such that, well, my exiles got to, like, negative several hundred, so on occasion, that can happen. I think we, after that, tested things out, and it turns out that we're actually, it does give you the effect of having basically 0, or rather, basically 1 for those stats, but you can't actually have a negative stat, or at least there's no effect of actually having a negative stat. Yeah, it is kind of strange how in multiplayer you can only activate the Titan Stars on one player. believe that was an exploding worm we saw Core take there. Remember, it's just 2 masteries here. We saw Nor go with Almer. And we are at the Pit of Malith, which means there is a lot of meme potential. And the fact that Anor is going double Savage here is perhaps an indication of what we might see her do. Because you can throw it off the walls and into the pyre. You can even jump off the walls and into the pyre. Yeah, it just seems like one of those things that perhaps never got quite the... Well, yeah, I mean, you would think that in multiplayer, you know, they'd allow you to do Titan Stars on both players simultaneously. Otherwise, you know, for it to work as intended, as a way to make the game more challenging for one player than the other, then it basically requires that you deliberately put a certain player in the player 1 spot and a deliberate player in the player 2 spot. Otherwise, only one person who can get the Titan Stars activated against them, and it may not be the person you wanted. Then a Hope Egg on the last exile there for Anor. And Core going Luminous Idol with his demon. That means when he picks up the orb, he'll get back to full stamina. And the Exploding Worm collides. Does its job, taking out Anor's character, but here is that Exploding Worm, this time throwing it in for 14. Yeah, you know, if there is a problem that you can't fix with duct tape, then the answer is, as always, more duct tape. Oh yes, I think we can tell from that play right there what Anor's plan is for this match. That was very clearly a Savage looking to jump off the walls. Or that Savage might have unexpectedly ended up right next to the Pyre, but didn't have the orb at the time. Because in the meantime, Core was making a move, throwing it in for 12 with his worm. Jody gets full stamina when she picks back up the orb and charged forward and comes back here. But once again, it is the worm for Core for 14. Sometimes it's scotch tape, not duct tape. Possibly. Now it is the demon plunging here for 30. But Jody will be out for this round. No prayer beads for her because she had Luminous Idol. Almer. Oh, nearly a double wall bounce into the Pyre there. I don't think we've seen that one before. Core throwing it in here. Again, it's with the worm, this time for 12. Oh, that time the explosion from the worm takes out 2 of Anor's characters. Here comes Jody, full speed ahead, but Anor able to stop her. That's an exploding worm, you gotta be careful, it takes out the remainder of Anor's team. Anor have time to recover here. Oh, sneaky! Charges up the throw and decides, no, I'm gonna loop around and plunge instead.
Good game.
GG.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
Alright, well, let's head on back.
Until the next round.
Anor is turn and customize off. Alright. That certainly covers a lot of things. Forecast is over. We did have a few song requests remaining, though. I think it was it Impossible that's next on the list? I thought we had 2 Impossibles. Is that, let's see. Yeah, was there something that came before that, though? Check. Spring of Jomir. Yes. Anor did request Spring of Jomir. That is true. Okay. Still 2 masteries. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can turn customize off with just 2 masteries. That does work. Just it's 4 impossibles? That's how many it added up to? I thought there were just 2. Oh no. Oh no. That's impossible. Yeah, so 2 masteries, and you don't get to choose, because customize will be turned off. So again, totally randomized masteries, talismans, and exiles as well. And that covers, well, everything. So in that case, I think we'll be ready to go. Just, Anor, I know previously you were saying that you were just looking to do a few more matches. Is this potentially going to be your last one? Are you thinking, or you could stick around a little while longer? Okay, this is Anor's last one. I ask because that means the chat, if there is anyone interested in jumping in, it sounds like Anor will be looking to swap out soon. So in that case, prepare yourself accordingly. But let's get started. So for Anor, it's a sap, a worm, and a cur. For Core, it is a nomad, a crone, and a cur. So it's Snadra. She goes down, she has Sacred Bond, so we actually know exactly what Core's masteries are. Snadra is all right side. Again, only 2 masteries for both players on all their exiles. Valiant Return, okay, so now we know more about Deluge. For Core. Here's Dalbert for North Throne. Oh no, Plunging for 5 and does have Glory Dive. Okay, so that's at least 1 point on the right side. Didn't see. That means that at most, Dalbert has Double Jump. Oh, Titan Tooth. Who is that on? Is that on Snadra?
Yeah, it's on Snadra.
Interesting. Shooting Star. What?
Great worm. Great. Oh, I Bottle Void on Chrome.
Bottle Void on...
Oh, that's so good.
Wait, hold on. Core has Bottled Void and Sacred Bond? What are the chances? Some interesting combos here. Can Dalbert double jump or just single jump? There's the Titan Tooth from Snadra. And that sets up the plunge here for Dalbert for 20. And we saw no prayer beads for him. He's out for this round. Those are exploding saplings for Anor. Don't think that would be her preferred choice, but once again, Snadra, oh, devastating. Titan Tooth to stun everyone, then triggers the Bottle Void, banishing all of the defenders, setting up the plunge. That drops Anor down to 15. Mooncrest. That would mean what, the... Okay, was that on Dalbert, I believe? Yeah, for quicker respawns. Not all that meaningful on a curve, but now normally I would say, what with Anor having a sap, there's a chance of rekindling, but we actually know that Anor has both her masteries on the left side, I believe, which means no rekindling. So next score from Core might be all he needs, as long as it is a plunge or a full damage throw, if it's coming from Dalbert. Anor with that Shooting Star Worm. Plunges for 15. Snadra. Tattooed Milda. Anor gets rid of Milda. Or brings her back, and she has that Bottled Void. You gotta be careful. Nor with Manly. Trying to find a way around Snadra. Not quite enough time to get the throw off. Core with several people in an attacking position here. As we were saying, don't think there's any rekindling. So that'll do it all.
Good game.
GG.
The ceremony is complete.
Alright, well played, you two. We'll head on back, and as we were saying before, I believe that was going to be Anor's final right. So that means we're looking for someone else to jump in here. And Core, just to check in with you, how are you doing? You want to swap out as well? You want to stick around?
I'll do a few more.
Okay. So Core will stick around for a little bit longer, but we're looking for someone to jump in to take Anor's place. Is there anyone who would like to do so? Let's switch back over to our defaults. We do still have Impossible going for apparently 3 more rights, because apparently There were more requests for it than I had realized. Ooh, Yeastlock, okay.
Extra brain cell, yeah.
Yeah, Core's getting smarter. Look out. Yeah, Amanda? I mean, I don't know. Are we imposing any sort of bans on participation after the forecast incident of 2022? Nah, I think we can get her in. I think we can get her in. You've faced punishment enough. You've faced punishment enough thus far. Now, if we get a repeat offense, however, then all bets are off. Then all bets are off. But at least for now, I think it is still fair to say we've already enforced the penalty. Aqua, do you mean the legendary talismans, or there are some? Yeah, you could mean legendary, but there are some that are not allowed on other types of exiles. Okay, legendary, gotcha.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Panda. How are you?
Hi, hi. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fine. We are not listening to forecasts, so, there's that.
I didn't even request this one. It's not my fault.
Did you request the first one, though? Did you start the chain?
I mean...
It was you, though, wasn't it? I think it was. Oh my goodness. Amanda. Okay, well, I think we had customized on for this one. And I think we are still at full masteries. I don't think we changed those things. We have a talisman request. We have certainly a song request. So it is legendary talismans. Let's see, was there anything else?
My triumvirate. Let's
yes.
go Beyonders.
Fate for you? No, Beyonders? Okay. Okay, we'll be entering your stuff here as well.
Nice, nice.
Oh, did I just not put in sigils before? Maybe I forgot to put sigils altogether. Watch y'all. Watch y'all. There they are. Okay, so yes, we have the song, we have the talismans.
So
we have
take
Yeastlock.
legendary talismans on each character?
Yeah, legendary talismans on each character.
Okay.
Now, clarifying question for Aqua. Does that mean that if people want to, can they take multiple exiles of the same class and just not take a talisman on the second or third character, or do they need to take someone from a unique class every time? Because obviously they can only take one copy of any given talisman. It's a loophole that you did not cover. I'm just anticipating that it might come up, and so I am trying to proactively address that potential loophole. Doesn't matter? Okay. Okay.
Because it is a talisman request, not an exile request.
Technically, it is a talisman request.
I guess so, yeah.
Okay, I think that's all. And we have the request for Yeastlock, so look out. Core is 50% smarter than before.
Is it player 2? Yeah, I guess it is.
Alright, so again, legendary talismans.
I cannot move.
Oh, hold on. Is this Core?
I'm player 1, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Let me just double check here. Make sure that Amanda is at least
It does
registered
say
as
player
player 2. Yeah. Yeah, Core is player 1, Amanda's player 2. Okay. Would we like to restart and just switch you guys around?
But
Yeah, I think that's best.
No, I
Okay.
wanted Yeastlock.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Fair.
Now Amanda's the one getting smarter. Okay. Okay.
And I'm playing the Pyre hearts too.
Hey.
Hey, hold on, Amanda. Let's not forget you are walking a tightrope right now.
I'm still on probation.
Let's not push the issue any further here, okay? Let's not test the limits any further than we already have. Alright, now let me just switch them on over here, and yeah, turns out that Aqua is loaded with lid coin. So look out. All right, there we are. Amanda, don't get any big ideas. All right, and Core's putting us back where we were for that match before we had to reset. Okay, so now we should have
Looks good.
Core and Amanda in the correct spots. We do still have Titan Stars activated. We do still have Yeast Lock, although that means this time Amanda will be the one benefiting.
The Titan Stars.
Okay, and it is already on, so let's get started.
The Pyre Hearts shall take on the Beyonders. Welcome. Who
So
shall
remember,
be
legendary talismans.
Most of the legendary talismans have to do with aura cast.
That is true. Many of them do.
Oh, I picked Headwind.
How could you? How could you just abandon Snadra like that?
On the book as well.
On the book as well, that's right! Both players leading off with the Nomads with their Goals Bracers, of course, generally considered to be one of, if not potentially the best, legendary talisman. Then there's Nutrition Stick. So Core's taking that. Ooh, bless you.
Sorry, I'm allergic to saps.
Funny thing is, that might actually be true for some people. I don't know, do they have pollen? Messenger Imp means infinite stamina from Haoob's wing. Just feel the need to remind people, something that we were bringing up last week, if, just theoretically speaking, one were to, I don't know, bombard us with countless requests of a given song, we will not carry over those requests from one week to the next if we run out of time. Just, you know, just a friendly reminder there. Alright, and then it is the extra casting distance from Solium's Horn on Vids. And as Core was saying, many of the legendary talismans are associated with casting, and so perhaps we will see a whole lot of banishments here. Core's throw looks a little bit short, and it does have a portal, and does always have infinite stamina on Messenger Imp. He's banished, and no one to defend at the moment for Amanda, so that means time for Core to throw this one in for 15. Core loses Headwind. Now Amanda has it back. Amanda back with Messenger Imp. Oh, but he gets shoulder smashed. Except, here comes Vids through that portal and into the Pyre for 30. Headwind clears out some space, scaring off the defenders with that power cast, and goes into that space, the 20 damage plunge. And I think we actually did see some leech there. And if we're talking about Amanda using a Nomad, a class that has potential for built-in leech, then you know she's got to have that. Ooh, snipes there from Headwind. That means no one back to defend at the moment. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
I didn't know you could do it on the book. I guess I didn't try on the right side.
You see nothing, chat. You see nothing.
Well, you gotta let me get it now.
What if I don't?
He lacks the critical information.
Sad.
That's why I went back to the book. You gotta.
It was all part of an elaborate plan. Chat, we will never speak of this heresy again. Children, avert your gaze. You see nothing. Be gone, foul beast.
My safe spot.
Meanwhile, Amanda is playing in the arena and scoring for 25. The Eastlock Star is OP. It's boosting Amanda right now, not Core.
I have not noticed anything.
It's subtle. It's subtle.
I don't do subtle.
You don't even realize it. But you are actually one brain cell smarter. Not sure that is a devious maneuver compared to the other things that we have seen thus far in this match. Relative to those other shenanigans, it was quite mild. Well, Core throws this one in for 20 and gets 10 leech in the process. Amanda, Messenger Imp over to Snadra. Snadra gets rid of it, setting up the power cast, and gets rid of Headwind, but leaves the orb unattended. Vizpaleth gets rid of the attacker, though, and has it back here. Amanda looking to move that portal a little bit closer to Core's Pyre, but it backfires a bit. Still dangerous enough, though, to set up Vizpaleth. But Headwind takes her out. Gilman's throw is short. Snadra on the counter is banished. And Amanda using that portal aggressively, putting the pressure on. Meanwhile, Core says enough of that portal. Amanda moves the end location of the portal, but the entrance is still blocked by that sapling. Headwind blocked and banished. But still no one back to defend, and so Core able to plunge here for 15 with his worm. Exactly, Eastlock grants one extra crouton of brain power. Oh, and for a second there, it looked like that throw was going to sneak through, but yes, Amanda able to intercept. Amanda. Blocked. Gets shoulder smash, but that is a dangerous portal. And here comes Snadra. Numbing Gust active, slowing her down, preventing her from sprinting, jumping, throwing, or using any other special abilities. Amanda's still applying the pressure here, although loses Vizpaleth. Now just Snadra back to defend. That is sufficient. Amanda, two-pronged attack, one side from Snadra, the other side with Messenger Imp. And the portal helps her get to the orb more quickly here. Or still waiting to get someone back. Does get Headwind just in time, though. Ooh, and that changes the position on Amanda's portal. Not nearly as dangerous now, and that portal will go away. Now the core scores here for 20 and gets 10 leech as well for a net 30-point play. Snadra down. Headwind. No one to stop him at the moment. So he'll repeat what he just did, and once again throw it in for 20 and leech back 10 Pyre Life for core. And that leech is going a long way here. Core back up to 75. Amanda now down to just 15 means Core may only need one score here. Amanda, I believe, does still have some leech on Snadra, so it is possible for her to get some more Pyre Life back, but it's Core on the attack at the moment. With Headwind, but he does go down. Message Rip goes down in almost exactly the same spot. Oh, that throw is 1 point shy. Amanda's hanging on. So you're saying there's a chance. His Paleth is shoulder smashed. Amanda defenseless. Snadra returns. Oh no, Core. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't commit such vile atrocities. Ooh, and Amanda defenseless once again. Snadra returns. The stunning claim, was supposed to freeze Amanda and allow Core to have the only character capable to move around, but it actually backfired. Did exactly the opposite of that. Headwind. Oh, shoulder smashes the defender. But he does go down. Message Rip for Amanda. Oh, has an opening here. And throws it in for 14. Double banishment there from Headwind. And a little bit vulnerable here. Has the orb, but only has Vids Paleth. Knocks back some defenders. Oh, and does plunge with Vids Paleth for 30. That drops Core down to 31, which means Amanda needs 2 scores here. Core, of course, only needs 1, but Amanda currently defenseless now. Snadra back in 3. I don't think that's going to be fast enough, though. The 180 degree throw. 1080 degree throw, that is. And Core takes the win. Alright, well played, you two. GG. And let's head on back. Yeah, so we did, a little while back, mod the game such that now both teams will have their triumvirate colors changed so that it is reflective of whatever their triumvirate colors are supposed to be. So yeah, the Pyre Arts are similar to the Nightwings, but a little more green.
Wow, that's a wild request.
7 masteries across all 3 characters. That's a cool one. So in theory, you could put all 4 masteries into 2 characters, but that third one is going to be... Well, actually, no, you could put it on 1 character and have 3 on your second, and then have none on your third, or you could try to split them up a little bit more. So, interesting to see how players approach this one.
That's interesting because it's kind of like the campaign where you have to choose, who you want to get XP.
Yeah.
That is true, yeah.
That's really
A
cool.
little bit more like a campaign.
I've already got a plan, I think. Yeah.
Does
Okay.
it involve not taking sacks?
I'm not taking a sap, no.
Yeah, it does mean players are probably going to need to think critically about which characters are most viable with little to potentially even no masteries, so that way they can be more aggressive, take the masteries on their other characters.
Now, are we going for cool gameplay or for what would be best?
Both. Also,
Okay.
you can take off book lids.
Oh yeah, let's switch book back to default, random. So we have more impossibles. We
Yeah, 3
have
more.
this masteries request. I think that might be it at the moment. So let us know if there's anything else, chat. We have Masteries locked down. We have Song locked down. Yeah, I mean, it's been... iRotor, I think, is the author of the most recent mods. Phaler was doing some a while back for getting the new exiles in, but you were familiar with those. So, sure, either of them would be happy to chat more about how they made it work. Looks like this will be all for this next one. So, let's deactivate the Titan Stars. Sorry, Amanda, you will no longer have the extra crouton of a brain cell.
Oh, I'm really gonna miss my crouton.
Rip the crouton. Oh, well.
Ooh,
This might have changed things.
Yeah, that does change.
That might have changed things. Fundamentally.
Yeah.
Can
Now I
this
need to
still work
recount.
with only 7 masteries, though?
Yeah, for sure.
False step.
Oh, I
costs
can't do it if I don't
3.
take Snapcast. Yeah. Oh, I won't have Avenging Aid.
Oh, this is tough.
Yeah, no, this works.
Is it worth it?
It kind of works. It's down to Avenging Aid or Stunning Claim.
The game did indeed decide to go the meme route. We're all in on the memes now.
Oh, are you going bottle board?
4.
Oh, bold strategy. There is another way to go the Bottled Void route. Tor went with the stowaway. Whenever she jumps and gets banished at the end of her jump, she will respawn where she began that jump, and in doing so, trigger Bottled Void, whereas Amanda seems to instead be focusing on putting it on the Imp, and then probably using Sacred Bond with a Nomad to bring back those Imps, and in doing so, triggering Bottled Void that way.
What do you go here?
I'm going to pick a Typhoon Bottle on my Nomad. But I think everything can work. Like Ashen Goal, right? Like,
I don't think Gold's Bracer because you don't have Crit Strike.
no, I don't think Goal's Bracer either. What do I want on my bottom character? So I have 4.
You've used
I
4,
want-
so you have 3 left.
Yeah. I have 3 left.
I have 2 left.
3 left across 2 characters is tough. See if Amanda decides to go 0 on anybody. Help balance that back out a bit.
That works.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it differently though. There. Yeah.
Oh.
Although you don't have Lightning Run.
No.
Yeah.
So it's a slower curve than we would usually see, but it does at least still have double jump and extra damage.
My plan is to just banish lots of things and then maybe throw with the cur.
So you still need. Yeah, I don't think. So. I'm gonna go. I don't think.
Yeah.
Stunning Claim is the right choice. I'm just gonna do this.
My last character is obviously just the Nomad.
Alright, an Exploding Healman in the last spot there for
Even- even
Core.
Maybe Stunning Claim would have been better.
There, that's 7 for me, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had 3
4,
remaining.
5,
4,
6, 7.
1, and 3.
Yeah. Yeah, 4, 1, and 2. Yeah.
Alright, 4, 1, 2. Yeah.
Okay, I like this request.
Alright, we shall see how this plays out. Some different types of strategy they had to employ in this one, and here is the stowaway. She's blocked. So again, it was 7 masteries total across all the characters. Oh, look at that portal there for
No,
Amanda.
what?
Bottle Void defensively working wonders there for Core. Stopping what
No,
would
I
have
just-
been a score for
I just
Amanda.
misclicked it, I think.
Was it?
No, I think you snapped it. You tend to do that. You snap back a lot.
Yeah, I don't know what that is or how that happens. It does happen with me a lot. What is that?
Just make sure you're not flicking the joystick.
Right, okay.
There's the Bottled Void again from the stowaway, triggering, and well, Bottled Void after Bottled Void. Core emerges from that ruckus with Snavra. She goes down. There is, I think that was Amanda's Bottled Void that time. Does have a portal set up. I don't see where, well, now it's right next to her Pyre. Of course, Gilman explodes. Orb goes flying out, and Core picks it back up with the stowaway. Bottled Void again, and whoa! Through the portal Amanda goes, and apparently into the fire.
Oh, no.
Stowaway banished. Orb brings her back, although Amanda not close enough for that Bottled Void to affect her all that much. Core just speeds in with his Gilman there for 15 on the plunge, but it does mean that now Gilman is gone for this round. Oh, and Amanda has an imp ready to go on front of the fire to set up a portal, but Core scores in the meantime. Core, throw, hits the mark. That drops Amanda down to 41. Oh, what was that? Gilman speeds through, and time to throw this one in for 15. That drops Amanda down to 26 here. Don't think Core has enough damage to finish this with one score, as the Bottled Voids trigger and banish players on both sides, but Core can score for 20, as he does with this throw. That drops Amanda down to 6, which means that next score for Core would almost certainly finish the job. Amanda through her portal, triggers Bottled Void, giving some space. Oh, but then Core's Bottled Void triggers, stopping Barker. Ooh, Amanda with a defensive Bottled Void trigger there, slowing down Core. Do so again here, and yes, it does work defensively once more. Amanda through the portal with her Bottled Void character. Not the messenger imp. There's the extra damage Barker. So that is the preferred score for Amanda, although she does need to be careful. One score is all it takes for Core, and this could be it.
Good game.
And there it is.
Yeah, I shouldn't go over RITE NITE was probably a better idea.
But that was a very cool request. Then you gotta love that the game decided to put it on the hockey puck arena, the Carnaval.
Until the stars align.
Oh, okay, a talisman request here for no talismans.
Okay.
I'll do 2 more.
Okay, Core is looking for 2 more, so heads up, if anyone in chat is looking to get in on the action soon, Core will be looking to switch out in the relatively near future, so prepare yourself accordingly. Yeah, sometimes with the Bottled Void matches, you just gotta accept that chaos will ensue. And tell it like it is. It's chaos.
Oh no.
Oh, the Imp Arena. Okay. Okay, Isle of Kalamer. Gotcha. Anything else? We are, of course, playing Impossible as the song Once Upon a Time. Triple Imps, Isle of Kalamer, Impossible was perhaps the most common combo of requests. Not sure we've gotten the full combination very much as of late. We've maybe seen Imps at the Isle of Kalamer, but not with Impossible as the song. But here it is. That is exactly what we will have this time. All Imps, no Talismans, Isle of Kalamer, and Impossible playing in the background. And wait, but we can't turn Customize off if we're going all Imps. If we turn Customize off, we're gonna get random exiles. I mean, we can turn Customize off. I mean, so yeah, basically, which one would you want? Do you want to have the Imps, or do you want to go Customize off? Yeah, I mean, we didn't set up the bot for masteries, did we? I don't think so. That one's the toughest one to randomize. Like, for talismans, we can do a random number generator, and we can sort of make that happen. We've done that in the past on occasion. And we also just have that built into the
Wait, we
bot.
can go random masteries on the imps though, right?
I guess with a random number generator? Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying?
I
or?
mean, in the game, can you?
Customize off. We don't have talismans. We're fine.
No, wait. Lids or
Mhm.
core. If you click on masteries until it's a star, then it's not customizable though, right? Isn't there a way to turn
Oh!
off customize of the masteries?
That.
Like that?
Oh, it's the preset,
Yeah.
though.
Oh,
No,
isn't that?
that's preset.
It's
No,
not
you just-
random.
Is
You
that
just-
not random?
No, you just turn customize off and then keep talismans off. We won't randomize.
I mean, we can do that. It's just we won't be guaranteed to get imps.
Yeah. No, you can off turn customize off and have
Oh.
3 imps and get random talismans.
Oh, I see.
Everything.
I thought that was still the arena.
Yeah, so it sounds like we're getting... The revised
good.
request will be,
Yeah. Customize on.
yeah, customize on, and
But-
yes, take the imps.
But no talismans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Wait, we need to take 3 imps?
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
All imps. The truly impossible right.
What's the difference between preset masteries and random masteries?
So preset is actually the same every time. It is just that
Oh,
each character has a specific set of masteries that they get,
oh, cool. Okay.
and they differ from one character to the next. So, you know, there would, in that case, for example, that means there would be a difference between taking Edwin versus Snadra versus Lendl.
Okay.
Because they would have different masters. But it's all imps here. And no talismans is tough, because that is usually one of the key ways you can differentiate your strategy from that of your opponent. Sneak in a little bit of extra offense somewhere, or something along those lines. Okay, but notably, Tizo has the extra damage for Amanda, so that is one thing to bear in mind, is that if players do have an imp that go all the way down on the left side for that 10 extra damage, then they'd like to make a point of scoring with that imp as much as possible. We're seeing a lot of it here. So here we go. The impossible right. All imps, no talismans. But the imp arena and impossible is the song. No one on Core's side to defend here. Oh, and Amanda returns the favor. Doing a 720 there and then throws it in for 25. Ooh, little 180 from Core. Try to fake out the defender, but doesn't fool Amanda. Core starts getting the imps back. Amanda has a portal, but it doesn't take her far. Far enough, though, to avoid that defender. Oh, meanwhile, though, Core implodes an imp directly on top of Amanda's Pyre. Though I don't see a portal there. Oh, it got moved. Both
No,
players
that was my one
defenseless.
imp that didn't have portal.
Yeah, we both have an imp that doesn't have a portal.
Ah. Ooh, a little bit of an opening there for Amanda. Not quite enough so to make it all the way to the Pyre, though. 4. Goes down here. Yeah, that must be the imp that doesn't have the portal. Is still stationed in the middle of the arena for both players. Amanda through that portal. And it gets moved back slightly. Fours, though, gets moved up a little bit. So war positioning here to get things started for this round. Oh, Amanda just barely avoids banishment there. 4. Gets banished, and has no one back to defend right now, so time for Amanda. Get a quick throw in there for 12. Or looking to explode, and does so. Doesn't banish anyone on Amanda's side, though, and has a very dangerous portal. Oh, and the 360 throw. And it's 25 this time, so as I was saying at the beginning, one of the key differentiators can be, even if the players do trade scores, can people make a point of scoring with their 25 damage imps, as is the case here, or will they, on occasion, get stuck with their 15 damage, default damage, imps in those scoring positions, in which case that can start to add up. That 10-point difference. That's a 25-pointer right there.
Big brother was helping out.
Yeah, it was.
No one to defend at the
Where's
moment.
my portal, please?
Core, there is the portal. Amanda does find it, and it does take her right next to Core's Pyre, dropping that down to 13 Pyre life. So next score for Amanda, regardless of which imp, could be enough here, as long as she does not need to cut it short with a throw, but there it is.
Good game.
GG.
So now we're doing customize off, right?
Probably. Yeah.
Probably.
Because that was a request as well, so let's do it.
Yeah,
I'm
Aqua,
down.
so we did your imps request for this one, and then would we like to just do customize off now for this next one? How's that sound? Also, for what it's worth, that was the last impossible.
Was it?
It was. It
Oh.
was. Did we have song requests after Impossible? Because we might have, but at this point it's going to take a bit of fishing through to see when that might have taken place. Because, it was a while ago.
Oh, you're faster.
Alright, Core has Knights of the Sea. Let me just verify. If someone did do a song request adding to the queue...
No, I think you're right.
Of...
I think you got it.
Okay. There was nothing after the Impossibles until this one right here?
I don't think so.
Okay. In that case, let's turn back on the in-game music. Alright, and we were saying... What? Impossible? We're out of Impossibles? Indeed. We were saying customize off for this one. And, Talisman's back, unless, of course, you guys would like to see us turn off the talismans or do something specific for masteries. Things along those lines, in which case let us know. Did we skip a thrash pack?
No. It's just that Brawling Bird says that Knights of the Sea is the best triumvirate theme.
Ah, I see. I
Thrash
see.
pack exists.
Well, Brawlenbert, remind me, do you have a specific triumvirate that you support? Are you a Pyre Hearts person? Let's just say it is, well, I hope that Artemis Fowl is not in chat right now. You're a Tempers person? Okay. If Artemis Fowl were in, let's just say, don't tell Artemis Fowl that you said that. Let's leave it at that. Alright, well. I think in that case, we might be good here. We've got the song. Customize turned off.
We've got 3 songs. Nice.
Yeah, now we're back on the song train. We just do it in flurries, you know? No. No. Yes.
No, actually,
Wait, did Core already change his? Was that Core? I thought that was Amanda.
No, I changed both.
I thought it was Amanda doing it, so I only saw Amanda's was changing. I didn't see Core did his first. I just saw the second half of it.
Yeah.
I thought it was Amanda
wait.
buffing herself.
Can I put in a last request real quick? I'll just do this one because I think it's the most fitting. Here. I think it goes to
all right.
190 or 200.
No, 200.
Cool.
Okay. And now with customize off, this will be interesting to see because I'm sure someone could do the math But there is,
I
of
think-
course, a non-zero probability of us getting absolutely absurd combinations of starting with 200 Pyre Life and then also getting either an additional, what is it, like 120 or so from there, more than that, like 135, I think, from all demons.
30, 30, 30 is 90 plus 35 is 125. So the maximum is normally 225, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that should be right. No, it's 35, 35, 35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
105 plus 30, 145. Or 135.
105 plus 30 is 135.
It's 135, yeah.
Yeah,
Math is hard.
So that's 235. 435 is the maximum. And I think we've also just found a new way to curse 6 Saprites.
I think we might have done it before. Did we?
Just
For our
really?
record-setting
that's
ones, when we were deliberately trying to make a point of setting the record, did we set it up to 200 Pyre Life?
No, we didn't change the fire life.
Wait, hold on. Did Core just get all the same exile?
Yeah.
No, I have...
No, some are nomads, some are savages, okay. Meanwhile, however,
Luminous Idol.
Amanda has 2 demons here. Does only have 200 only 200 Pyre Life. So she did not get any additional Pyre Life from those demons, which means
I've got
probably
Orlek.
primarily left side. He has Orlek. Ooh, and no Sacred Bond to help bring him back. That means Amanda may be facing that full 30-second Orlek respawn time, which is painful. Meanwhile, Core does have Sacred Bond and Shoulder Smash
Of
on
course you do.
Snadra. Or leapfrogging in with Almer. It's at least a 180.
I
Luminous Idol.
have to have pulse step,
This
right?
one.
I have no snapcast, so I have to pulse step.
Makes
Really
sense to
good.
me.
That's really good against 2 demons. And Stigger Bomb.
Orb remains unclaimed.
Oh,
Core takes
I
it
thought I
here.
had the orb.
Amanda
Never
may have
mind.
thought she had it.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh! How did Core just have someone hanging out there?
Yeah.
What am I doing?
That means Snadra is gone for this round. That might have been Core's best defender because I think it was Snadra who had the shoulder smash.
I think they both have
Oh,
it.
that's not good.
Orb inadvertently hits Core's fire, happens to bounce straight into Amanda's player.
Oh, you also
Wait, dude,
have
both of you have Luminous Idol? Headwind does as well?
Headwind and the demon.
Is Paleth? I don't even know how to calculate that number. That was like a 270 and then minus 90, turning it back into a 180. There's the shoulder smash, so yeah, Snadra definitely has it. I don't know if we've seen Headwind with it, though. Ooh, and the hard push with
Oh,
Kerfang.
let's go.
Interesting. So extra damage on the plunges with Amanda's Harp. That's pretty good.
Yeah, you do have it.
There is Core plunging for 20 here. That was with Almer. Luminous Idol again on Vispaleth. She goes down. Little switcheroo there. Amanda still has the orb and did not lose any exiles until Pantha goes down there. Now Vispaleth goes down as well. Perhaps time for Core to make a move, but Vispaleth comes back just in time. And with Luminous Idol, gives her some speed. Not enough to get all the way to Core's Pyre, though, and there's the shoulder smash from Snadra, paying off. Oh, somehow, Core does not get either character banished there, and makes it in for the 20 damage throw. See you later, Aqua. Thanks for stopping by. Almer avoids one defender but gets banished by the second. Now Snadra suddenly alone. Gets rid of it to try to set up the cast. Meanwhile, Amanda just takes the orb and plunges with it. And that's with her Kerfang Harp. And that means that when it comes to plunging, Amanda has a 30 damage option with Vispaleth, a 28 damage option with Pamitha, and a 25 damage option with Orlek. So some pretty big damage options for Amanda. There's Vispaleth. Orlek down. Oh! Orlek, 32-second respawn?
I have divine retribution
Okay.
on headwind. I'm like full right side headwind.
In goes
Yeah.
the orb.
Yeah, because you don't have shoulder smash on him either.
The fire hearts are now favored to prevail.
I think I might have like almost full left side edge.
Or brings everyone back here. Like, just go straight into the Pyre.
Or that, you know, that's fine.
Oh, shoulder smash against what did not appear to be a jumping Vids. Ametha trying to use her harp push, but avoids banishment, does not make it in, now goes down. Ulmer is permanently out for this round after having plunged, and that means easier for Amanda to find herself in situations like this. Checks for the Brazen Manor, does have it! Oh, and just enough time to pull it off with Orlek. Had you checked that yet?
No.
Well, good time to confirm that you had it. Oh, the 180 double banishment. I see how it is. Sets up the Brazen Manor this time, although this time does not have enough time to do so. In fact, loses 2 characters. For now, throws it in for 20.
There is a way to do that, but I just misplayed it.
The fire hearts seem hungry for their glory.
Is Baleth. She has Brazen Manor as well? What? They all have Brazen Manor? I think we
Yeah.
did see, yeah, because we have pretty solid evidence to suggest that Amanda's demons are mostly, if not all, left side, so that does make sense.
Someone grasp the orb.
Not sure if we've seen a Celestial Spike from either of them, though. Might be possible, but all of Kor's exiles down here. Oh, does Amanda have time for the
that's
Brazen Manor? No, she does not. Sometimes the greed pays off, but other times it does not. Or brings back more friends, but meanwhile is on the attack with Ulmer. He's blocked. Meanwhile, Amanda still has Vids hanging out next to the Pyre. Does have time for Brazen Manor this go round and does get a ton of damage out of that. Alright, now I feel like both players are just deliberately doing 180s and 360s at every possible opportunity. Even when they are not just hanging out by themselves all the time in the world. Orlek by himself here, and that's a dangerous position to be in because if he goes down, and it could be defenseless for a while, but does make it in for 25. That drops Kor down to 14.
Get Orelect on.
That means likely one more score would be all that Amanda needs here. She certainly has the damage, but she's defenseless now.
Alright, let's see if Sandra has leech.
Yes.
No.
And she does not. So Kor still at 14 then, does not appear to have any way to get Pyre Life back. Is Paleth, and that'll
Good
do.
game.
The Beyonders prevail.
GG.
They brushed aside their adversaries without too much trouble. The rite is done.
So there, a customized off maximum Pyre Life match there.
That's fun.
Until the next
Alright,
rite.
games. I'm gone.
All right.
Yeah, good games. Thanks for the games.
Thanks
That
for
was
stopping
fun.
by, Kor. All right, and that wait, what? Huh? Oh, now that
He
he's
just disconnected his controller, so
yeah.
probably-
I was like, was Kor playing on mouse keyboard that entire time? And we didn't even know. Did we force him to do that against his will? I was like, I'm sorry, Kor, but no. You're right. I think it just changed back when he disconnected. But anyways, Kor is ducking out. That means we're looking for someone else to jump in here to replace Kor. Is there anyone in chat who would like to do so? If so, you are welcome to do just that. And Amanda, just to check in on you, how are you doing? You want to stick around? You looking to swap out as well? How are you feeling?
No, I'm good to continue unless
Okay.
2 people want to jump in. Then I'm down to swap out.
All right. I think, didn't we have we had created another song queue. We had Knights, then we had the Spine. Okay, I think we had one after that as well, but next on the list is the Spine.
Let me check for you. It's the Spine, and then it's Path to Glory.
Okay. There we go. Let's turn off the in-game music then.
Is there anyone that wants to jump in?
Not seeing anyone in chat at the moment raising their hand. Let me know, chat, if anyone does want to do so. We have an opening right now. If not, I can jump in. Generally, my preference is to get as many people in as possible, myself not included, so if there is anyone who is interested, then my preference is to get you.
I feel like we rarely play each other.
Perhaps. Perhaps. Well, at least right now, given how I'm not seeing anyone looking to jump in at the moment, why don't I, at the very least, jump in here as a placeholder, a fill-in, and then whenever anyone else wants to take part in the rites, then let me know, and I'm happy to make some room for you, and I can swap out.
Oh, last second.
Oh, what was that? Sorry, as I was reaching down to plug in my controller, my headphones fell off, so I did not hear anything that you just said.
Oh, okay. I said I'll play.
Oh, awesome. That works. Let's do that instead. Alright, and for you, Cam, would you like to be Essence? What are you thinking? Essence for you? Okay. It's been a while. How are you doing, Cam?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good.
Is the Essence the Bird Club?
It is the Bird Club. I like it.
Oh,
I had a feeling.
question, or at least... Oh, well, I suppose this is not as relevant as it once was. I was going to ask, what with Essence being this sort of cyan color and the Honors being this green color, do we want to switch things up so it's easier to differentiate, but Beyonders are now white, so you should be fine.
Okay, yeah, sure. I can go Fate if it's necessary. Fate's pretty as well, so everything's fine. Or something else. Just tell me if it's necessary, and I'll gladly swap
I
around.
think you're fine, because yeah, Beyonders are now white, so shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
There we go. Alright, so we have Cam in.
Oh wait, I need an invite.
Oh, right. There is. We've entered Cam's name. So the ghost of Cam will be playing. Now, there's an invite for you.
Perfect.
And once you're in, Cam, let's just take a look at the controls, because I don't remember if you and Honor were using the same ones. I feel like we may not have been.
No, I don't think they
I
used to.
don't think you do. Like, does the... Oh, let me make sure that remote play is... Yeah, remote play is doing the... Oh, wait. Are you going, controller, Cam?
Oh wait, let me unplug my controller.
I was gonna say, I'm looking at remote play, I'm like, oh, that's weird. You know, is the remote play doing that thing where it's not giving Cam controls of anything, and then I look over and it says you have a controller, like, hold on,
Yeah,
wait a
it's like
second.
controls.
I've been bamboozled.
Oh, do you play that with controller? I've been using keyboard for that.
I
But-
just find this easier with controller.
What have you been doing with controller?
Rainbow.
Oh, I don't think I've ever played it.
It's a good game.
Did that look right, Cam? Controls-wise?
Yeah, it looks fine. I click the buttons, so it should be good.
Okay. Alright, so we have the song. We have... Do we have anything else? Is that it? Oh, wait. I did not realize Aqua's parting gift to minimize Pyre life.
Oh, this will be a quick one.
This will be a quick one.
I think so, yeah.
So, you know, there's actually some interesting strategy to this. Because usually, first score would win. There are perhaps some workarounds for that, but we will see if either player opts to go that route or if they just try to take what is the fastest possible setup to win the race, both to the orb and to the Pyre. We'll just have to see. So, without further ado, Polisolium as well. Okay. Big arena, that might make it a little trickier to go the speedy route. Let's see.
The essence.
I get so happy when I hear the water that's not the boat.
Can you differentiate between the boat water sounds and the
Yeah.
Polisolium water sounds?
Yeah.
Boat one's a little more aggressive. Waves crashing, whereas the Polisolium is a little more subtle, calm, placid water. Okay, so this is
It's
interesting.
not really much of a point for me.
Just
So-
take leech, you're fine.
Cam, yeah. Cam goes to the
I
initial
can't-
starting Pyre life. Oh,
I can't move.
remote play. That's
Rip.
weird. Remote play
Maybe
says
just
you're supposed to
bonk
be
me.
player 2.
Reinvite me. Yeah, I can't move my controller. I can
Right.
move my mouse, but I can't click the exiles.
Wait, you can move your mouse, but you can't click the exiles? What?
Yeah, I can move my mouse.
Oh, I thought you meant like the cursor was moving when you moved. I was like, you can move it, but you can't click? That's just a weird way of it half working, but not fully working.
Yeah, no, that's the case. I can move my mouse, but I cannot click the...
Huh. I'm not
Like,
seeing
I
it
can
move,
select
but
the
yeah, why
exiles.
don't I'll uninvite you and reinvite you just to...
Wait, were you really not seeing it move?
No, I was not.
Oh, that's really weird, because I was. Okay.
Odd. Remote play, what are you doing? Alright, invite resent. Hopefully whatever black magic we are experiencing has now been purged from this plane of existence.
Oh, that's right.
Uh-oh. Is there some obscure thing that has in this niche
Yeah.
circumstance triggered?
Yeah, what if you take Frozen Soul?
What if we both agree not to do that?
Wait, no. You already have Ashen Coal.
But what's the order of operations? Which one applies
I would-
first?
I would love to check that out. I will not take Fire Life. Can you take Frozen Soul?
Yeah, sure.
Nice.
Do we have a right at all? If you start with 10 Pyre Life and Cam just immediately destroys it,
No.
do we just automatically go to the victory screen?
Wait, you... Yay.
Teaser.
Um...
Baylor theorizes that Amanda will have one Pyre Life. I mean, let's be honest, there's not much difference between having 10 Pyre Life and having one Pyre Life.
Yeah, there's pretty much none. Yeah.
But we will see. We will see. Okay, but Amanda does have a security blanket, does take a bunch of rekindling, so even if that first bar does... Okay,
Yeah,
it
I
starts
do
at
have
1.
one.
Doing it start with one.
It starts at 1. Okay, so no immediate victories for Cam or no immediate rekindlings for Amanda. So okay, it will not be the shortest rite ever, but we'll see how this one plays out. Still not a lot of Pyre Life to work with, of course. Here comes Cam with the stowaway. And her quick throw triggers that rekindling, but as we were saying, yes, Amanda did focus on that.
69 rekindling, let's go.
Might have started with 1 Pyre life, but now has 70.
What?
Cam whittles it down to 50.
Yeah, you did. What? You just teleported a distance.
Not that far, right? But it did happen. It did look like it happened. Of course, Rookie is now gone for this round, so we won't be able to see if Cam can repeat that. Except maybe now, after throwing that one in for 20, with Rookie having reappeared, we can see if Rookie can bring back that magic. But now, Amanda throwing it in for 20. That drops Cam down to 20 Pyre life, and I don't recall as to whether Cam took any form of rekindling. I don't think she did.
That would be a fat no.
Yeah.
With a rock.
I
Palmer?
don't think so. I like this rock.
Ooh,
Okay,
but the
fine.
rock now belongs to Cam once again. And that rock goes into the Pyre,
That
causing
looked
20
a little-
damage.
Okay.
And now it is anybody's game. Next score likely would win it for either player. Will it be Amanda here? No, Cam able to stop that attack. Stowaway. The other angle. Oh!
I was right there.
That
What?
sap
Good
was
game.
right there.
Yeah. What was that sap doing?
Sap was a little preoccupied.
With his mom? What
Reading the
happened?
newspaper, calling his mom.
Okay.
Until the storm
He had a very important text message that he had to attend to.
I can't believe I lost to someone who hasn't played Pyre in 7 years.
I'm being bullied.
I would just like to remind us all that Cam is, of course, one of our previous tournament champions. What was it? Was it
The second one.
Golathanian
Golathanian.
then, right?
Yeah.
Golathanian Cup champion. So,
I love
Cam's
how
no
we
slouch.
just, all three of us just pronounced it in a different way.
Did we? I said Golathanian.
I said Golathanian. Golathanian.
Golathanian. What did you say, Cam?
Golathanian.
Golathon? Man. Who knows, man? I don't know. I don't even know if Goal knows.
Who is Goal?
What is Goal? How
Why?
is Goal?
How is Goal? Where is Goal?
I can tell you where the goal is. That much I can tell you. Alright, we do have a request from Minor, though. It is that Cam gets Triesta's
Oh my
Plume.
God.
Let's
And what do I
go.
get? Do I get anything? Do I get
Is it
leech
just a
or-
request for Cam?
Please no leech.
I mean, if there's no specific request for Amanda, then Amanda can just take whatever she wants. She could go with
That's
Leech.
true.
Alright, before we
fair.
forget, let me just fix this real quick.
Oh.
Lenore, I'm bad.
Amanda activates one particular star. Oh, of Amanda's choosing?
Oh.
Interesting. Specifically Sylvius? I don't remember what that one does.
Hmm.
That's one of the powerful ones, I thought. One of the ones that's a little bit unique. It's the Prayer
Yeah,
Beads
just-
one? Okay. Yeah. Built-in
Ah,
prayer beads for all of Amanda's
wait,
characters
so
in that
that-
case.
Then I just get. Yeah. Okay. Sure. I know what to do.
Okay. Okay, hold on. I think we had another song in the queue. We had the Spine. We had one more. Path to Glory. Okay. So
Yeah.
that
Those are Laura's,
is...
yeah.
That is not a Tariqbot one, so let us boot Tariqbot. Hold on. The timing. Had to be the right timing. Go. And... There we go. Chat back up here. Shaw. Basically, Cam is facing against Triesta's Titan. Seems fitting. Oh, some lore implications. I mean, there is a specific arena that might make some sense then. We are going for
The boat.
the lore theme.
Boat.
Boat. What has come of this? Suddenly people are actually asking for the boat?
No,
I mean, it's
please
one thing for
don't
chat
get
to ask for
boat.
the boat, but the players are asking for the
Fire
boat.
I think the boat is very fun for spectators.
That makes sense, but oftentimes we hear the players are not as keen to oblige.
No.
It does mess a bit with plans sometimes. I'm just saying.
The square on top that has every arena.
Yeah, you didn't notice that? A little bit of the book. It's like the leftmost side of the book. It's in order as well. You got the book.
Wow.
You got the ridge. You got the cairn. Spring, cairn then spring, or is it supposed to be?
Yeah.
Are they supposed to be in the opposite order? Those ones are technically supposed to be in the opposite order, I think. Actually.
Wow.
But otherwise I think it is in order. Yeah, what happened, Supergiant? These two are
Yeah.
supposed to be in the opposite order.
Super Giant, explain.
There must be a reason. We need to ask Greg. Greg, what does it mean? Why? We know it's some kind of hint, some kind of clue. Fix your game, Greg. Fix your game.
Like some energy we never found out hidden in the game.
Sailor, Iroder, I think we need to mod this one. I think we need to fix this. This is clearly wrong.
Yeah, somebody who knows code and is a nerd, fix that, please.
Yes, please.
Game officially broken. Alright, well, I don't think we actually have an arena request. We'll see what we end up with here with a random one. So, let us get started then.
The Titans.
Okay, so no Eastlock this time. We're going with Zilvius. And
Yeah.
yes, so this is the one, as we were saying, that is functionally a built-in automatic prayer beads for all of Amanda's exiles.
Sylvius horse-headed. The essence.
Oh, and it is! Oh, it's random
Of course it
Fiesta.
is.
It's beautiful. It's
Fine.
beautiful. I happen to remember, though, that this is Cam's least favorite arena, despite her being the harps player. So we have the harps player using harps with the legendary talisman against the Titan that's, well, Triesta went against. Sylvius.
Rookie.
So what else does Cam go with here?
Messenger.
Defensive imp there with the web lanthorn. Amanda is doing what Amanda does.
Of course, I mean, if they come back anyway, there's no downside to this.
True, true. Built-in
I mean,
prayer beads is pretty sweet.
There is a downside, I guess, but not a relevant one. You know, given that we're all in the downside, never mind.
Oh, funny pun.
Ah.
Shut up. Stop bullying me, Cam.
So dad
This.
jokes.
That thing. Barker's so ugly.
I love Barker.
I know.
Weird. If Artemis Val ever watches this Right Night, I don't think he's in chat right now. If he was, he would be furious with us for trash talking Thrash Pack, now trash talking Barker.
The flame is
I don't know,
Are we
guys.
thrash-
Gotta be
are we
careful.
Thrash talking.
No, we're doing the opposite of that. He wishes we were thrash talking. We are not.
Oh, you're
Oh, nice.
Well, there's the plunge for 20. Built-in prayer beads means that Dalbert is coming back.
just as true.
Cam
Brilliantly
makes it in there for 20. But Amanda did score with her leeching talisman, one of her two leeching talisman curves. Gets in here again for another 20.
Okay, but I forgot the orb.
Orb remains unclaimed. Now Amanda back with it. With Rookie. And he goes in for 20, and I believe he is the other Cur with Legion Talisman, or it might have even been the first. So yes, Amanda back at 90 and makes it back in here. Another 20 damage. And another 10 leech, so she's back at 100.
Oh my god.
And so there it is. 0 to 100 sweep. Technically with the help of some leech, but Amanda walks away with a win.
Get Neum done.
The Titans win! What do we do? The Titans won.
Wait, I want to request an arena.
We need to get those Jaegers from Pacific Rim. They can handle it.
What is the one with a thing?
Very
Pair Nova
descriptive.
Hockey pucks?
Never mind, I'll just do this one. Let's play fall.
Cool.
Okay.
Fall.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Well, we'll turn Titan Stars off, unless, of course, you guys want to bring that back.
I think I might take a large sapling sap.
Oh, what?
Let's see where this is going.
Really?
I might take an imp, you know.
Oh, no. Yes,
Just
I
for
can see where this is
giggles.
going. I can see where this is going. Hold on.
Wait, we got a song request.
Honor, no! No, Honor! Don't encourage them! Don't encourage them! One moment.
The defeat.
Yeah, absolutely broken. Oh, that's a nice one.
Alright. Let's get it over with.
Might take a while.
hold on. We need to add Eastlock. This one is deserving of Eastlock. That is correct. Oh, and I accidentally pressed escape too many times. I may have just...
We need
May
that
have
extra
spoke the game.
time. It's essential.
This is essential. That is correct.
It is. I think there's a few people in chat who haven't seen this yet.
I mean, we were doing some... Or, who was it? Core was doing something like this previously. Not quite to this extent that I think we're about to witness. But,
Yeah.
let's just say, chat, keep an open mind, but at the same time, brace yourselves. Brace yourselves. Grab the popcorn.
The essence shall now face the Beyonders. Welcome. Who shall conduct
So it's a harp,
That's
at least in the
hard,
first
okay.
spot. I think we're gonna be seeing some saps.
No, just the one.
forthright?
Some portals.
Messenger imp.
So, chat, some campaign spoilers here, of course, but, you may remember hearing during your Pyre playthroughs that when it came to escaping the downside, back to the Commonwealth, people were saying that it's impossible without completing a liberation rite. You know, that's the only way to make it back. In fact, we even heard that people like Manly tried to create flying machines to fly back to the Commonwealth, but we heard that it just never works. Just never works. Well, let's just say, today, something tells me we're gonna test that theory. Slow start, almost as if neither player is focused on scoring points against their opponents, and more so focused on doing other things. Although,
Yeah, we did it. We did it. Take the orb with you.
You gotta move.
Oh yeah, you're right. Let's move.
okay, so we have left the Fall of Solium.
Oh right, let's get up there.
So, in case you can't tell, Pam is currently flying with Pamitha, and you know, as harps do, she's just seeing if she can fly back to the Commonwealth. Meanwhile, Volfred is checking to see if he can do the same. He's, of course, not as capable of flying, yet somehow still does find a way up there with the help of, well, actually, not even with the help of Tamitha. He's helping Tamitha to get up there.
Come on, you can do this.
Come on, Tizo. Don't get
Trying
stuck.
to find the orb or portal? I think I started to see one of Cam's characters up there for a second.
What's happening right now is there's a ton of invisible walls that Cam has to go around and through, and I think all the way up and then all the way to the right, and then you can go down at one point.
Problem is I'm on keyboard, so I can only go
Oh
as far as
no!
the top.
Oh, you're right.
Oh,
that
dear.
sucks.
First time.
So, you know, we're in the middle of breaking the game in every way we possibly can. Did you make progress there? Or is it just because you're moving your cursor further down the right? Is that a false sense of hope?
I have no idea.
Honora's saying you could change your keyboard bindings for a bit. Perhaps that would help. Feast your eyes on this, AJ. This complete sacrilege.
Alright, let's try that. Where is the sword?
This act of blasphemy.
Lost. Lost, right? No. Where?
Weird.
The cursor. Oh wait, yeah, you can just change it.
Ew. So do you have the orb right now, Cam?
I do.
Yeah. She has the orb.
Wait, what's it again? Here we go.
You just use your
here we go.
keys.
Up.
Yeah.
Arrow keys.
Arrow keys.
So Cam has the orb in that top left corner and is just trying to find a way around some invisible walls to advance further toward Amanda's Pyre. Just, you know, taking the flanking route.
If you
make
throw
it
the-
progress.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I think you
Progress
got it.
indeed. Okay, next invisible wall. No, more progress.
No, I think this is fine. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You got it.
Here she is. There's the orb.
there.
There's the stowaway.
Over here.
And you can clearly see the line here.
Okay, yeah, you can see the place where the oars sort of get clipped.
If you get your imp over, you can put your portal there.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the whole gang over here.
Yeah.
This is where the party's
Okay.
at. Oh,
Can you yeet down
Someone's
the
moving
orb so
over.
I can teleport to it?
Yeah.
Once you're once you're there.
Come on, Pam.
there we go.
And
All right.
the M. Gotta get the M. Which is, pass. But
Wherever he may be.
there we go.
There we go. Oh, he's up there already.
Do not pierce me, come on.
Cam's like, after all this work, this is how you thank me.
Come on, Tizo. Messenger imp, I guess.
He's like, come on, at least speak to me using the right name. Here he comes.
Here comes the boy.
There he is.
Let's go.
All right, everyone's here.
Oh,
The party is on. All right, team, let's do it. Let the rite
If you let
begin.
yeah, just let your imp get banished. Wait, no!
Oh no! Now it's a 2-on-1. 2-on-no-one.
Dude.
dunk.
Cam down on the other side. Can she find a way to actually attack Amanda's Pyre from here, though? I don't think she has that throwing range. And now has temporarily lost the orb. There it is. Oh, actually, Amanda has it back now. When Amanda says, enough of this nonsense, back down toward the pyre I go. Meanwhile, Cam still has half her team stuck in space. So back up to the International Space Station we go.
Now you don't have your portal anymore.
Oh no! Cam is stuck! Does Cam have any way down in that case?
No.
We have trapped them on the moon.
Yeah.
They will never return. The space shuttle just isn't coming for them. And so that means all the time in the world for that 720 score from Amanda. Now, are we back to basics here? Or will we try to repeat history?
Do you want to change your settings? Your controls?
I think it's good. I think it's fine.
Okay.
The orb slips from your clutches.
So yeah, you can do that on every single map, but on some maps it's easier to get to the point where you can see your characters.
Mm-hmm.
On some maps, we just haven't figured out yet how to get past the invisible walls.
Mm-hmm. And are the invisible walls always when the characters are not visible? So it's, you know, I mean, I guess they're invisible walls, so you're not ever seeing the way to get around them, but it just feels like that's a little bit tougher when you can't even see the characters.
Well, you have to always get past some invisible walls to get to a point where you can see your characters.
Mm-hmm.
And for some maps, we just haven't figured out how to yet. You can do really, really, really weird things on the boat.
Now, why doesn't that surprise me? Well, anyways, here's Ulmer. He goes down. Ametha. Lots of space for her. Not as much space as when she was in space, but then again, what else is there? And that drops Amanda down to 20 power life. She does have Volfred, a sap, and so very well may have some rekindling. Here's Tamitha. And she makes it in for 20 damage on that plunge. And Volfred fends off Pamitha and takes her out. And charges up the throw, does get it off in time for 14. I don't think Amanda has taken any increased damage on any of her characters, which means even Volfred, her highest damage character, cannot quite score the winning score here just yet. And it would need a little more damage before doing so. Whereas Cam can at least trigger that rekindling. Assuming it's there, it is. It's 10. And now that means that Cam's next score would be the winning score, barring an extremely quick throw. Speaking of throws, ooh, Amanda doesn't go for the fire. Little curveball there.
She tried.
An attempt was made.
Yeah.
That's for the quality of that attempt. That's a different question. Ooh, and that is an elusive,
good game.
elusive play there
Nice one.
for the winning throw. So there you go, a cursed match in at least one or two ways, but there it is.
Until the next round.
All right, well, chat, let us know what you would like to see after that one, because, well, not exactly sure how one follows that up. It is a hard act to follow, indeed. We'll go back to our defaults if you guys don't have anything in mind. We are dare I say. Out of forecasts.
Oh, that's a problem.
So let's turn back on the in-game music.
Oh, I think I was faster.
Let's see. I have, yes, I see Amanda before Anor. Okay. So that means first, we do have a Treat Bot request, right? We do?
Yes.
It'll be Treat Bot. So let's bring him back.
Wait, what is this request?
Uh-oh. I've not seen yet.
It's, I'm seeing stars.
What do we have here, chat? What did you do? What did you do? What? Starting Pyre Life is 130 to 70. And Dullness the Locket.
Now, when your starting Pyre life is 70, you cannot leech back to 100.
Oh.
Because your maximum Pyre life will be 70, not 100.
Mm-hmm.
Unless a Titan Star deals 30 damage at the start. Then you can heal that damage. But if you set it like this, then you cannot heal to 100. Don't know if that changes your plan, but I'm down for everything. How does Dullness the Locket work?
Brawlin Bert says up to you guys
Yeah.
on that aspect.
It's the,
We can do it.
yeah, it's the request, so we'll follow that.
Alright. In that case, let's make it happen.
Wait, I think you forgot the star.
I thought I activated Titan Stars on the whole.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh,
Still need to pick it, but don't remember. There it is. So yeah, your adversary's Pyre shall recover up to 5 each time they douse your fire. So it's a flat 5 leech?
yeah.
Okay. And then we used some Pyre... Well, we gave Cam additional starting Pyre life. We took away starting Pyre life, as you see right there, on Amanda's side in order to counteract that Titan Star bit.
Yeah, that's so smart. Oh, you're not doing... Oh, right.
Goes for the quick throws. For a second there, you wondered if... Well, I guess
Yeah.
for Amanda, might make a lot of
Yeah.
sense to go down to Stubborn Flame. Less so for Cam, since Amanda automatically starts with that. It means that Cam will deal 10 less damage anytime she scores, as long as Cam is in the lead and starts in the lead. And Messenger Imp in second spot. And, well, you see, Amanda may start with some leech from the Titan Stars, but she's kind of a fan of this whole leeching thing.
I mean, I didn't win a tournament with leeching, but...
I guess I'll do leeching too. Let's see. Yeah.
Everybody's doing it. You should too.
If you jump in, it doesn't really matter what you do, but for throwing, Righteous Flame is better.
At least on curves.
Yeah, I'm talking about Curse specifically.
Alright, and here comes Cam. That throw is unblockable. But as we were saying, what with Amanda having taken Stubborn Flame does reduce Cam's damage by 10. That would normally have been a 30 damage throw. But just Rookie to defend this, and that's an unblockable throw. It's a little bit wide, though.
Oh my...
But Cam just catches it on the other side and tries again. And so, unless Amanda is quick here, she may not have time to leech back any of that Pyre life. That is the strength of her team here, is even if she does go down, she can get it back, but losing more power life here from that 20 damage throw from Cam, and that means next score could be all that Cam needs. Cam again with Bertrude. Now she's blocked. Amanda has the orb back here with Rookie. Does make it in, and does now get some leech. With that leech, she's up to 25. That is significant, because that means even with this plunge,
no, it's not.
She's still holding on.
5. Wow.
Because of that stubborn flame. So she still has 5 here. If not for that leech, that would have been the end. And to find another way through, because once again, one more score from Cam would do it, but that's a little more leech and a little more damage.
Okay.
But that gets Amanda up to exactly 20. If Cam scores for full damage with Bertrude right here, that is enough. Throws unblockable. So that'll do it.
Yeah, that's tough with so little fire HP. Yeah.
You just don't have a lot of time to do the leeching.
Yeah, exactly.
The rite is ended.
GG.
As well as like the problem of like player 2 on the
Oh, yes.
like I'm not winning an orb race, so it's tough. But Cam is just really good as well, so I don't know how much it matters.
All right, well, before we forget, let's level back out our Pyre lives. Okay, so chat, let us know what, if anything, you'd like to see for the next one. And, oh, we had the song from Anor. Hers was Grand Ceremony. Okay, so let's... Sadly, we'll have to say goodbye to Paper Boats in the middle of the chorus, which I don't feel great about, but sorry, Ashley. Let us turn back on the music. Oh. Oops. Okay, so it was Grand Ceremony, yeah. There we go. Anything else, chat, we'd like for this one?
Do we turn the Titan Stars back
Yeah,
off?
I don't
Okay,
think
cool.
we had anything for that this
I
time
don't
around,
think so
unless
either.
we have other ideas. In which case, let us know. We can make it happen. But yeah, love to see the more creative use of Titan Stars today. We've seen it on a few occasions.
Yeah, that's fun. I really like the more creative stuff.
Because, of course, the Titan Stars, I mean, activating them inherently advantages one player over the other, but then it poses interesting questions as to, well, if we're trying to counteract that, balance things back out, what is the best way to do it? Is it not using any talismans or masteries, which is what we saw Core do earlier, or, in this case, manipulating the starting Pyre life? Oh! An Orlek team for both players, says Amanda. So when you say Orlek team, are you talking like just Orlek himself?
Just Orlek, I guess, but you can judge it up the way you want to.
Okay, so at least Orlek.
Yeah.
And then support him however you see fit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In that case, why don't we get this one started?
The essence.
Oh, and it's on the book.
No.
It's all in the book, which is a very small arena.
This is awful.
Who shall conduct the rites?
So Cam goes for the Meta Demon. The Meta Demon, which people have asked me a few times as of late, Lids, why is it called Meta Demon? Well, you may be about to see. Let's just say Orlek was the one that paved that meta. Now, Amanda goes a slightly different approach. Masteries-wise, no Celestial Spike, and also goes Prayer Beats. That'll be a plunging Orlek for her. And of course, what with Orlek's biggest weakness, his slow recharge time, slow respawn time, 30 seconds by default. Important to find ways to get him back more quickly and efficiently. So that's what the other exiles will generally be there for, whether it be an exploding worm that brings people back whenever they banish someone, or a Web Lanthorn Imp that does the same thing. That's generally what we see, although you could go Sacred Bond, stepping on Orlek's portrait to bring him back. So that's what Amanda does in her second spot, and takes some starting Pyre life as well. And, well, there goes Orlek for Amanda, but here he comes back. And he's in an attacking position here. Knocks back the defender, and that sets up the plunge, and as we were saying, Amanda did set up Orlek for plunging. She took prayer beads on him, so here he is. He has returned, whereas Cam went the throwing route, and here she is, scoring with the throw with Orlek. Orlek knocking some people back, setting up another plunge. And chat, you may start to see the reason why we have banned Orlek in all competitions. As it turns out, he's kinda good. Amanda pinned in the corner here, but not banished yet, and knocks back some defenders. Now Cam able to banish Orlek. Amanda trying to find a way to get him back, but can't do so before Cam throws this one in for 25. But we did see that Amanda took some starting Pyre life, and that is pretty significant. She's still on 90 Pyre life here. Big explosions bring back Orlek with all those banishments. At least that is Amanda's Orlek, though he goes down here, and that brings back Cam's Orlek. And he just fends off Snadra. No problem there. So plenty of time to throw this one in. And then Orlek's collide. And that looks like Cam's that survived momentarily, although then Amanda brought her Orlek back. He goes down. Cam brings hers back. Now Amanda's is back, has the orb, and throws it in for 12. Amanda's Orlek dispossessed. Cam's Orlek nearly in a scoring position there, but does get banished. And Amanda does find a way to get her Orlek back, and then trying to bring back the rest of her team. Here is Orlek once again, and does bring back the teammates, who are now gone, as is Orlek. Oh no, Tizo has returned. I was about to say for a second there, it looked like Amanda could have been defenseless for quite some time, but avoids that situation. Oh, Snadra shoulder smashes Orlek, and passes back to her teammate Orlek, who gets banished.
I'm so lost.
Now Cam does not have anyone to stop her at the moment. Tizo returns in time to get banished by Celestial Spike. Cam gets her Orlek banished by Snadra. And Amanda does have a portal. It does not take her far, though. Now, at least it gets moved, but Cam is back on the attack with Orlek. Try to knock back defenders or just throw it over them and into the Pyre for 25. That drops Amanda down to 40. That means now that both players are 2 scores away from winning this. Series of banishments, and it's Cam's Orlek who still has it here. Oh, and nearly scoring opportunity there. Cam speeds forward with the worm. That throw might have been slightly short. It was. She then follows up with the plunge. No prayer beads on that worm. So that means that he will not be in for this round. But Amanda down to 25 Pyre life means 1 full damage score from Orlek would do the trick.
Ah, good game.
And there it is.
The essence prevail.
GG. And so chat, that demon setup is called the meta demon setup because it is the setup for Orlek on the strongest team in the game. Or at least the team that was the strongest before we banned it.
Until the next rite.
Would be kind of interesting. At least part of me feels like it'd be interesting to see if we were to have someone match up with that super meta Orlek, Exploding Worm, Web Lanthorn Imp team against some of our newer strats, because we just don't see that Orlek setup very often anymore, and so at least once upon a time it was far and away the best team, but is it still? I mean, I feel like it probably is, but hard to say so definitively.
The problem is that the meta without Orlek is way more diverse. There's not a one meta that we now have, one team that everyone plays like Orlek. So I don't think you can really compare it.
Yeah, and I think it is definitely better that way. That way,
Yeah, for sure.
there's ways for...
It's healthier.
Exactly. Every player has their own unique approach that they can take, and they can be, sure, some are inherently going to be more effective than others, but it's not like there is one thing that you must do, because if you don't, then you are just giving yourself a huge disadvantage, which was the case before.
We now have a player who plays saps and someone who plays worms and all kinds of stuff that you don't get if it's an Orlek heavy meta, that if you don't play Orlek, you just lose.
Mm-hmm. And especially with Orlek, the rest of the team is built around Orlek. It's always going to be a Webland Thorn Imp in the second spot, or second or third spot, and it's probably going to be an Exploding Worm. You could do a Sacred Bond Nomad, so there's the tiniest bit of room for flexibility there, but it's for the most part going to be the same team over and over again. Potentially have Orlek be throwing it with the quick throwing Talisman and Celestial Spike. You could give him Prayer Beads as you did, and that's again, a very small difference, but in the grand scheme of things, no matter what you do, it's always going to be Orlek is just going full speed ahead straight at the Pyre, and he's the only person scoring, and everyone is there just to make it so that he doesn't actually get banished. But anyways, that was the meta 2 years ago. Call it 1 year ago. Maybe a little longer than that. But chat, let us know if there's anything you would like to see for this next one. As we were saying, that is a composition that we have deliberately banned in competitive tournaments for that reason, because it was just something that everyone felt obligated to play, otherwise they were just putting themselves at a distinct disadvantage.
I'll do a few more. I don't know if you want to do a Liberation Raid soon, or if other players want to jump in, but I'll do 2 or 3 more.
Okay, so heads up in chat. Let us know if anyone is looking to jump in to replace Amanda here, because otherwise, if we don't have someone to jump in, we may be looking to wrap things up in the not-so-distant future and go the Liberation Rite route. If we do have someone who's able to jump in, then of course we can absolutely carry on. Brawlenbert says, a weird request if the players want to change the rules a bit.
I mean, Cam and I just escaped the fall of sodium. I think we're fine with the little ending.
You might be talking to the right people here, Brawlenbert. You might have the right people for the job then. One thing I will note is that we've occasionally done some things where we've said oh, you can only score in this situation and what have you, and that gets hard because there's no way to enforce it per se. We can't force people to only score with throwing or only score with plunging, because they might just accidentally do that, or they might forget. But we can potentially work around that.
Just give them a 24-hour ban from Twitch chat if that happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the way it works is it starts at a 24-second ban, and then it immediately after that goes to a lifetime ban.
Yeah, that's fair. I can't wait to hear the weird request. Oh, let's go.
What do we have? Kalimer's What? That sounds pretty cool to me.
I don't know if it's possible to only pick one character, though. I don't think it is.
I think that must be the aspect that Brawlenbert is sort of saying is, it's not perfect. Does that basically mean you take 2 other people and they just stand there doing nothing?
Yeah.
And, it is purely down to the savages doing everything? In that case, do you set some rules in place and say, well, alright, you can't just take, some saps that are gonna spawn in some saplings if they go down, or that, do you deliberately get rid of people who have passive effects, like demons with extra starting pyre life, and try to make it so it is a level playing field, truthfully, just a matter of savage versus savage, whichever savage plays better wins?
Only score if you banish with Ricochet. Okay, that might take a while because...
Wait, what does that mean?
So Kalimer's Anklet is the legendary talisman, the one for the savages, the one that bounces your cast off barriers unpredictably.
Uh-huh.
So Brawlenbert is saying 1v1 savages, so that presumably means your 2 other characters are just sort of hanging back in the background doing nothing, and you're only ever using your savages. Oh, one thing to bear in mind with that, though, is if you plunge with your Savage, that means you're losing your only character that you're allowed to play with. So what does that just mean? That your opponent automatically scores for the next round, or how does that work? That's one thing to bear in mind. But Brawlin' Bird's original thought was you can only score with that Savage after you do a ricochet cast off of one of those barriers. And so basically, if you get rid of the opposing Savage, then since your opponent isn't allowed to block the Savage with their other characters, that means you have a free score then, and you just need to do that banishing by doing the ricochet-y stuff.
Oh, okay.
Free score if you banish? Yeah, I think we might just need to make it free score if you banish, because otherwise, you know, it's gonna be tough to say like, oh, did that bounce off a barrier? You know, then it's like, there's gonna be that moment of hesitation anytime someone gets banished and it gets messy. So yeah, I think we could do. You can only score after banishing that Savage.
Yeah, and let's try to go for ricochets, but if you banish someone without a ricochet, I think it's just fine, right? Like, just try to banish someone, and if you do, you can score.
That sound good to you, Cam?
Sorry, what? I got Amazon package.
Cam is distracted.
So the request was only score when you banish by ricocheting, but that like takes long and it's unpredictable, and like it might be iffy to see whether or not someone was really banished by the ricochet or by the main thing or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So I think the rule should just be if you banish the opposing Savage, you get the score.
Okay.
If that's okay with Brawlin' Bird as well.
Seems like that's what we're settling on here. And so that does kind of translate to first one to banish 5 times wins, but it might be a little more complicated than that. Oh, but then the question I think still stands of what do we do if you plunge with your Savage? Because that means you have the Legendary Talisman, the Anklet. You don't have Prayer Beads, so if you plunged, then you're out for the next round with the one character you're allowed to control.
Just don't plunge, just throw it in. When you banish someone, you get a free score, so there's no need to rush. If
the Savage plunges, then it's banished for the next round. That means your opponent gets a free score. So you pretty much need to throw it, otherwise it's going to balance out. And so maybe that's another way that it may not just come down to whoever banishes 5 times first, because you might need to cut your throw a little bit short to make sure you have time to do it.
I think if you plunge accidentally, that's your problem.
Yeah, you know, you gotta remember. Gotta remember to throw.
Yeah, but if you're agreed on free score, but you jump in, then how would you fix that? Because then you cannot do the next round, because you don't both have your Savage.
Like if Amanda banishes Cam's Savage and then plunges, because there's no one to stop Amanda from plunging, it's a free score, so to speak. But since Amanda's Savage has Kalimer's Anklet, not Prayer Beads, it means for the next round, Amanda doesn't have the Savage that she's allowed to control. She only has 2 other characters that she's not allowed to use. So Amanda is just sitting there, can't do anything, and so it basically turns into a free score on the next round for Cam in that situation.
No, this is purely when someone accidentally plunges.
I think, as long as we accept that that is a thing, then that can work.
Okay, I'm down. Let's go.
All right. That sound good to you, Cam?
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right. Let's do it.
The Essence versus the Beyonders.
So, I was saying before that I think ideally we make sure that the other 2 characters are not ones that have any sort of passive effects. You know, like, don't take Starting Pyre Life on your demons, or take rekindling on a sap or something like that.
Okay.
No clever... Was there an... Oh, there was not! That's right. Hold on. We did have an Isle request. That is correct. That is true. It was supposed to be on the Isle.
Yeah, I was surprised as well. Okay, cool.
Thank you for the reminder. Because that just adds way more chaos to the equation.
It does. It really does.
Especially if you're trying to bounce your casts off those imps. And the thing is, with those ricocheting casts, it's not... I mean, inherently, trying to ricochet a cast off something is unpredictable. But it's not just like it does the, you know, the ricochet obeys the laws of physics where equal and opposite reaction, it just, you know, if you cast it in at a 45-degree angle, then it goes out at the same angle. No, it kind of just goes in any of a number of random directions, and you have no idea what's going to happen. So, it is always a wild guess, it seems.
So, like, the other two exiles, they don't really matter, right?
Yeah, so just don't
get
take...
to play.
Yeah, just don't take, like, someone who's going to give you extra Pyre life or something like that.
It's a deluge. Messenger imp.
Alright, so here we go. The 1v1 Savage Showdown. It's the Stowaway versus Gareth. They both have the deflecting casts using Kalamir's Anklet, the legendary Savage Talisman. They are only allowed to score after they banish the opponent using the ricocheting casts, and I think we've seen a close one from Amanda. There it is. Opportunity for her now. Now she needs to remember to throw it, not plunge. Didn't want to say it just in case she did not remember, but yeah, the teammates are cheerleaders, that's true. So that means Amanda kicks things off with the first score. In theory, in some ways, it is the first to 5 banishments because they'll deal 20 damage every time they score, and then they start with 100 Pyre life, except because they do need to make a point of throwing rather than plunging, there's a chance they might need to cut their throws a little bit short. We saw that actually Cam was getting close to getting someone back. Ooh, speaking of getting someone close to being banished that time. But yeah, Cam almost got her stowaway back as Amanda was about to finish her plunge, or rather finish her throw, so it's possible we might see... Oh, there's another banishment!
Was that with, I think it was.
I have no idea.
See, like, here we have it. So, in that situation where Cam actually does get her stowaway back, is she allowed to try to defend? If
No, I think
Amanda
it's
is a little slow to
I think we
get in
agreed that
position?
it's free score.
It's automatic free
Wait
score?
1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, so it will be an automatic score when the opposing Savage gets banished, in which case it will truthfully be first to 5 scores. I was going to say, like, maybe
Cool.
in some situations they would need to throw a little bit more quickly so that the Savage doesn't come back quickly enough to intercept or something like that. Okay, but here we go. So that means Amanda has now taken a 2-score lead here. Oh, make that a 3-score lead!
It is.
And of course, the random movements and placements of those imps can potentially, help or hinder certain people. Maybe Amanda's getting lucky here, but I don't know. That's 4 times now. This doesn't seem like a coincidence at this point. Amanda secretly the ricocheting cast master? Nearly got Cam there. I don't know, Cam is hanging out next to several different imps. I feel like that is perhaps putting herself in harm's way. I think the answer might be trying to just have one nearby imp to bounce your cast off. Oh, and there it is! That right there is the winning score, and so Amanda says, why not?
GG.
Oh, blood. GG.
Most excellently done this time, I must admit.
Blessed
Do you
be
want to try this
RNG.
again, or I can request it
I
again
have
if you
no
want?
idea how to do it.
Fair, okay. We don't have to.
Until
It seemed like, I don't know, Amanda had some kind of strategy there, some kind of trick to it.
My strategy was to just press the cast button as many times as possible, so, you know.
That's fair. It's fair.
Alright, so that was our
Very
1v1
close
Savage
to you.
Showdown. Chat, let us know if there is anything else you would like to see for this next one, And as we were saying before, if there is anyone else who wants to jump in who has not yet gotten the chance to play today, I think even if there's someone who played earlier today that wants to get back in, as long as we're getting a new matchup, because Cam, you've only played against Amanda thus far, right?
Yeah, but I'm probably not gonna play too many more matches.
Okay, okay.
I
So in
gotta
that
go to
case,
my
you know, unless we're
grandma's.
looking at getting a couple more people in, then we might be approaching Liberation Right time fairly soon. So let us know, chat, if there is anyone who would like to get in on the action. Otherwise, it sounds like maybe
Yeah, I think we. Yeah.
maybe we're
I
looking
think
at
so.
penultimate right here. Does that seem right to you two? Where, you know, this will be our last one where we take requests, and then after that we go Liberation Right, or do you feel like, you know?
I think we
Wanna go a
could
little longer
do
than that?
Liberation right now if there's no requests. If there's requests, I'm fine with one last one, but
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with Amanda.
Okay, so potentially Liberation Right here. Depends if we have anything else we want to see before this night is complete. So chat, what do we think? Is there anything else you have on your mind? Anything you really want to see? Or are we thinking, nah, we're fine, let's just go into the Liberation Right and wrap things up? Not seeing any requests at the moment, so in that case, it seems like perhaps that means we are going Liberation Right here. So that, of course, means we will be going Fall of Solium, Sermon Intro on. We will not take any requests of this one because this will now be our final right of the night. We'll just have both players taking their best possible teams. We'll go Never to Return, and usually we go the Never to Return version of Player 2. And Amanda, generally, we've done the old version of Never to Return for the
yeah, I
Beyond
feel
verse,
like it's done.
unless you have a preference.
It's been done so often for me. We can do Essence as well.
You want to do Essence? Okay. That works. There we go. All right, let's see. We got a Sermon Intro. We've got Fall of Solium. As I said, no request for this one. Both players just taking their best teams. And with that being said, let us begin.
I bid you welcome, exiles. You heed the summons to the fall of Solium. You shall take part here in a glorious tradition. The stars themselves shall be your witnesses. The essence stand prepared. The elders stand ready. Who shall
All right, so no requests here. You are free to take whatever you would like. We shall see what route they opt to go here. Cam goes for a quick throwing Crone in the first spot. Crones, of course, well, with their unblockable throws, makes that a very dangerous threat. Meanwhile, Amanda goes with a Titan Tooth Harp in that first spot, so she'll stun anyone that she flies into. Also took the Harp Salute, which allows her to switch places with her closest ally. Means she'll likely use the Harp mobility to get a slower but higher scoring character closer to the Pyre. Defensive Imp in the second spot for Cam. Then quarterback Manly in that next spot for Amanda. Means extra range on the throws and took Numbing Gust, so if everyone is banished on Amanda's side, then Cam will not be able to use any special abilities or sprint, jump, or throw.
Sir Gilman?
Then Gilman in the last spot for Cam, so it seems like a very supporting cast built around that Crone as the centerpiece. And a defensive Messenger Imp in the last spot for Amanda. And here we go, our final right of the night, our Liberation right. Cam on the left, representing the Essence. Amanda on the right, representing the Beyonders. Best of luck to you both. And there it is.
Good game.
GG. What a
That
match.
last one was so long.
Wow. What a match indeed. Well played, you two. What a comeback. Right. Well, thank you both for finishing things up in style with our liberation rite. But as we were saying, that will be our final rite of the night. So thank you, everybody who participated today in all of our matches. Thank you, everybody in chat who gave us all the various requests. We had a lot of good ones today. I'm going to duck out of Discord, but I will see you guys next week. All right. But I'm not quite done with you yet. First, oh, okay, no, people left. I don't need to kick them out. Cool. But thank you all for watching. As I was saying, that was our final rite of the night, our liberation rite. Thank you, everybody who participated in the rites today, and thank you, everybody who gave us the requests today in chat. We had a lot of creative ones. We were on our game today, chat. Well done. This was a good one. This was a good one, for sure. So, of course, this was Pyre Community Rite Night. We are doing these every Sunday, featuring, first and foremost, the members of the Rite Club Discord server. If you are interested in getting more involved in all this multiplayer Pyre action, then the best way to do so is naturally by joining that Discord server, which you can do by clicking on that link right there. My name is Lids. I'm hosting these Rite Nights. I'm also doing Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition, which we just recently started on Fridays. We're doing Mass Effect 3 multiplayer on Saturdays, then, of course, Rite Night on Sundays. Then on YouTube, Lids Vids there as well, posting the VODs for all those streams, so if you missed anything, you can catch it there. Also doing some Gwent videos on YouTube, that's the Witcher-themed card game. Then Thronebreaker as well, which is the Gwent campaign. And then may sneak in some Path of Exile streams and or a build guide for that sometime. Maybe. Possibly. And if you haven't done so yet already, of course, you can hit the follow button to get a notification for when I go live. You can also follow me on Twitter at LidsVids. I post there when I go live as well. But the best place to stay up to date on all things Lids is actually by joining my own Discord server, which you can do by clicking on, if I were typing anything in chat right now, if I could spell the word Discord correctly, by clicking on that link. But that's going to be it for me for tonight, so thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll catch you next time.